What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Saturday. I just said Saturday Chaturday. Oh my god, I am so freaking out of it. Another Pseudo Chaturday, in which I'm talking again about more VShojo stuff because, ladies and gentlemen, it just keeps getting worse. It is so VShover. It's officially VShover, ladies and peoples of the night. And all of you in between, and all the creatures out there, you know, I'm just rambling right now. But no, it is officially VShover right now. There is no getting around that. There is no denying that. And yeah, VShojo has officially come out and made a goddamn statement, and we're gonna go over that. But before we go too far into this, again, guys, I like to always start these streams off by just addressing the Tiltify and pointing out how awesome the Tiltify is still doing as people start rolling in and coming in. And I do see you, Legatus. Shout out to you. I definitely did not come in late. You're late. Anyways, though, Iron Mouse's Tiltify for the IDF, Immunodeficiency Foundation, is sitting at $1,226,000. I want those numbers to go higher. I want those numbers to go higher because it is a good thing. This is an awesome thing. And there's a lot of people still donating, still helping out, still doing awesome shit. So let those numbers keep growing. Let's keep making good out of a shitty situation. With that out of the way, though, yes, VShojo did make a statement today, and we're going to talk about that. I got some other stuff that's also not VTuber related, one of which just so happens to be just something I find mind-numbingly stupid. Like legitimately mind-numbingly stupid. Like, I can't tell you just how stupid that I find this whole entire thing. I see Legatus already trying to take that #1 spot for sure, and even when other people come in, you're going to be taking that #1 spot. I see him working so freaking hard. But, I'm not going to play the 1 minute and 31 second clip, but anybody going around crying about what fucking South Park did to Donald Trump is a loser, is a moron, and never watched the fucking show. I've watched South Park a lot. I know South Park very well. And I just want to come over here to a tweet I made where when Donald Trump won the first time, they had Mr. Garrison play him. This isn't the first time they fucking made fun of Donald Trump. And if you're going to come out here and cry, oh my God, I can't believe they made fun of Donald Trump. I can't believe they got paid to make fun of Donald Trump. You're a fucking pussy. I'm just gonna come out and say it. You're a fucking pussy. It doesn't fucking matter. They've done it before. Bros, I had somebody say, where's the Biden episode? Where's the Biden episodes? I go like, well, I guess they didn't do one. Guess what they did do? They have an episode in which Obama blatantly kills a man. They roasted Hillary Clinton to hell and back. They put both Bill Clinton and Bill Cosby in the exact same group to say they're part of the gentlemen's club that they're starting, where it was a whole bunch of sex jokes. They even have an episode where Whoopi Goldberg shows up and just says over and over again, I hate Republicans. I hate Republicans. I hate Republicans. So if you're going to get your fucking panties in a wad over them making fun of fucking Trump, you're a fucking retard, okay? I just had to get that out of the way because that really has been just sitting on my head right now going like, are you fucking serious? You're starting to legitimately act no better than all the other fucking pussies out there. If you're gonna cry over this, I want to see you guys cry over a whole lot more. But with that whole rant out of the way, why don't we get to what's actually important here today, guys? Why don't we get to what's actually important? And that's VShojo put out a goddamn statement about everything that's going on, guys. About everything that's going on. Sitting on your head phrasing. Fuck off. Sit on my dick and spin, Adam. Anyways, but VShojo put this out, and we're going to read it, and then we're going to go over a myriad of reactions to this, because holy shit, This was bad. Hey there, lovely Sherry. Not that great of a picture, mind you. But before we get too far into the statement, I do have to remind you, just because VShojo is officially, shutting down, they haven't filed for bankruptcy. And don't listen to literally anybody out there on the internet who says that your NDA is not enforceable at this point in time. Talk to a lawyer. I will get into an entire NDA rant later, but anybody coming out here saying that my NDA is now void and I can go out there and say whatever the fuck I want to say, no, you can't. Speak to your lawyer. Figure out what your lawyer will allow you to say. Don't just go, oh, the company's gone, I'm going to go say whatever I want. No, you'll get ass raped. I should not have said that. I already said it. I'm going to get demonetized or whatever, but I'm just going to say it. You will get bent over the coals for that one. They will shove stuff into you and you will hurt. Talk to a lawyer. Don't listen to what dum-dums on the internet say about, oh, well, now you can say whatever you want because your NDA office is gone. Talk to your freaking lawyer. Don't risk it for the biscuit. Okay? Do I make myself clear? I know none of the ladies are going to watch my content, not even Kuro, but just to be clear, listen, I've signed NDAs in my lifetime for other stuff. Nothing like this, but like blatant, like, hey, don't reveal this information just in case, blah, 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 blah. I've signed them. I ain't going to break those NDAs because you know what? I don't want to get bent over. Talk to your lawyer. End of discussion. Anyways, though, VShojo tweeted this out today, and bros, is this bad? But for VShojo has failed, and I've mismanaged the company into the situation you're all witnessing. So today, I'm sharing the difficult news that VShojo is shutting down, and I take full responsibility for the decisions that led us to this point. I've been doing everything I can do, fundraise, and right the ship these past few months. But despite my efforts, we are in a worse position, and those I care about are now paying the price. I'll break that down for you in dumb terms. They tried to get a bunch of loans, and nobody was going to give them loans because of how much debt they were in. But it's about to get a whole lot worse. Over the past few years, we raised around $11 million to pursue a bold talent-first approach at VTubing, prioritizing creators and community over short-term profits to achieve long-term sustainability. Well, obviously that didn't work out, but motherfucker, you had $11 million? You had $11 million. What did you do with that $11 million? What the literal fuck did you do with $11 million? No joke. Because, chat, I hate to break this to you. For the average person, even getting, let's say, $500,000, that's not easy to spend all at once. A lot of places don't take $100 bills, y'all. That takes time and effort to spend all that money. What happened to the $11 million? Seriously, holy shit. Trying to find my water real quick. I know I went over that. I'm going to pull it up real quick. The post from Hina in which she blatantly goes over, oh, let me pull it up. Sorry, it's adjusting over there. I'm trying to get to my bookmarks real quick. The post from Hina Bobina where she shows off those pillars and how they cost $250,000 a piece, and they did an entire subway. But Jesus Christ, how do you spend $11 million when all you really go out and do is get a bunch of sponsorships? You don't actually do anything for any of the actual talents. You're not out there actually like doing all this crazy, insane stuff. How the fuck do you waste $11 million in literally 5 years? How? You had to have had money coming in. You guys were taking cuts of the sponsorships. How did you waste all that money? It doesn't make any sense. It's literally mind-boggling to think that this is an actual thing. And I have this here from, I have this here. Okay, I pulled this up, okay? This right here, this right here. This, okay? CDawg pulled the prices for advertising in Shinjuku Station, adds that it would have been nice if he, instead of advertising, we could put that money towards the Immunodeficiency Foundation. One pillar, 7 days, 40 million yen, 270,000 US dollars. So that means all pillars, 7 days, 200 million yens, $1.36 million. You still have a lot of fucking money left over. Where did it go? None of this makes any sense. None of this makes any sense. The image shown in the screenshot states 4 sides, 4 pillars for 1.3 million yen for 7 days, roughly $900 a week for 4 pillars. In addition, nah. CDawg actually went up and looked up those actual prices. Where the fuck did that money go? That's a lot of money just to dip. Anyways, our funding went directly to our creators through generous splits. No, they weren't. Literally wasn't. That's not how that worked. Debut investments, infrastructure, concerts, events, and staffing, all designed to support them. Where's your marketing then? I know you guys wrapped a fucking car for VShojo shit. Where did that money come from? Where did that pillar money come from? Where did this money go? None of that makes sense. None of this. Okay, you have money coming in at the exact same time. You're taking cuts from the sponsorships. Where is all that money going? This is nigh impossible. We also wanted talent to own their IP, which we knew was a unique creator-first approach for an agency. Creator first, my ass. However, despite all our efforts, the business failed to generate the revenue we needed to sustain the model, and eventually we ran out of money. And the reason I'm fucking pointing this out so much, Adam, I'm pointing to you because I know Legatus has got an earful of this. Owen Bro knows about this, okay? Alpha Omega knows about this. I'm pointing you out. This company started in 2020. It started in 2020. They started to fail at delivering any sort of revenue to their actual, talent in 2021. Out the gate, they weren't paying out. So where did the money go? What the fuck happened to all that money in that short amount of time? None of that makes any logical sense. But now here's time for the real mind-boggling fucking experiment on the life, where you're sitting here looking at this shit going like, what the fuck did you just say? Additionally, I acknowledge that some of the money spent by the company was raised in connection with talent activity, which I later learned was intended for a charitable initiative. At the time, we were working hard to raise additional investment capital to cover our costs, and I firmly believed, based on the information available to us, that we would be able to do so and cover all expenses. We were unsuccessful in our fundraising efforts. I made the decision to pursue funding, and I own its consequences. I want to read the first sentence to you guys again, though. Additionally, I acknowledge that some of the money spent by the company was raised in connection with talent activity, which I later learned was intended for charitable initiative. That wasn't your money, period. How the fuck did you spend that money? Because unlike all the other talents, okay, where all the other talents have come out and said they didn't touch our back end, our YouTube revenue and our Twitch revenue. They didn't touch that. But they touched Iron Mouse's revenue because she asked them to. She asked them to help manage her funds and pay things because she was scared of her identity being leaked out there. She asked them to help her out on that. So they held on to a lot of her money. Simple business knowledge would tell you, hey, that's not my money. That goes into a separate account. I'm only allowed in that account right over there to do with what she tells me to do with, because that's not our money. You knew damn well she raised that funding because I think it's right here. Tectone. Okay, yeah, we'll get into this from Nanners. We'll get into that. But from Tectone, Gunrun even retweeted a post celebrating Mouse raised 500,000 for charity. He knew. They think we're stupid. Fuck all of them. They will take accountability and they will be punished severely. They fucking knew what that money was for. Gunrun knew what that money was for. You're gonna sit here and tell me right fucking now that no, guys, we didn't know what that money was for. Mind you, and I'm gonna go solo real quick just to make sure that I get the right tab pulled up. Okay, because it gets worse, bros. It gets so much fucking worse. I think it's right here. Let me double check. I'm going through the thingies. I don't think I closed this one out. I know I had it pulled up. Where the fuck is it? Fuck, I might have closed it out by accident. And if I did, no, I shouldn't have it closed out. Actually, let me go back over here. I think it's, no, that's not it. I think I closed it out by accident. There's a fucking picture of Gunrun helping out with the charity. No joke. There's a picture of Gunrun with Iron Mouse helping out the charity. Here, I know I have this bookmarked, so give me a second. Give me a fucking second. I know I have this shit bookmarked. Okay? Because I was so like mind blown by the fact that this is a thing. Right here. I just pulled it up. Right fucking here. Right here. Ow. Did it again. Right here. Gunrun at the charity events. He fucking knew. Idiotic on her part. Alpha, Omega, hindsight's always 2020. He knew what that funding was fucking for. Oh, but you guys, later on, I discovered that that money was supposed to go somewhere else. Blah, 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 blah. I'm deeply sorry to all the talent, staff, friends, and community members who believed in our brand. You did not deserve this. Bullshit. Bullshit. You're more sad and scared your scheme blew up because we're gonna go through some shit. Turns out fucking Justin Gunrun is a goddamn catty manipulative fucking asshole. Because there's a lot of people that are coming out breaking their NDAs. I'm going to sit here and tell you right now, you guys should probably be consulting a lawyer. Don't go around breaking your NDAs like I've been saying multiple freaking times. But because people have broken their NDAs, Gunrun is a vile individual. Literal vile. Never let anyone, especially a company, have access to your money. I agree. Don't get me wrong. I agree. But it's hindsight's 2020. She trusted them. She put her trust in them. They promised to actually defend her. Hindsight's always 2020. Always remember that. 2020. Okay? 2020. But we got some people responding to this, and I got, oh, what the fuck? I got a lot to go over, because Spites over here, the members deserve so much better. We got Giga this is one of the first long ones. VShojo didn't just fail, many staff and leadership failed VShojo. Many staff and leadership failed VShojo. Instead of using talent money and operating costs, the company should have shut down or at least informed us. But you used us as cash cows to keep things afloat while keeping us in the dark. You chose to keep the expensive sinking ship going and felt that it was fine to keep paying out to staff you were friends with instead of putting talents first. You've made it absolutely clear what you are okay with, not prioritizing the debts owed to the talents who made this company what it is, while saying you will take full responsibility and the correct thing to do is the correct thing to do. I also think there are many others in the company without the same positive intent as conveyed in this message. I don't even think it's a positive intent, Giga. I think this is full on fucking bullshit right here. I think he's trying to come out here and act all the victim. But in reality, he's just saying what he needs to say to try to get people to get off his ass. Hey, Shaker Maker. The venture capital ran out. Business model was patently unaffordable, and those in the dark suffered the most. Yep. And every leadership and staff call I had, you sat back and didn't say much, while you had other staff members that were clearly the ones doing the actual work be the ones to speak. We know which leadership worked on our contracts. We know which leadership constantly sat in VC playing games with staff instead of working on time-sensitive tasks for our events and debuts. We know which staff constantly leaked information about talent. As the CEO, you are the final check. Yes, but this means that all checks before you fail too. I'm gonna say, no, yeah, I get that. Guess what? He should have fucking sucked it up and laid down the law. He's the boss. It falls on his fucking feet. He's the leader, and he fucking failed. And like I've said multiple times, there's a comfy place in hell for this man. Oh, and it gets worse. It gets worse, bros, and we'll get through some of the worst parts. We got Henya. I had a wonderful time while I was in there. So because of that, it hurts my heart a lot. My community and my friends don't deserve this. I don't expect you to do anything at this point. Just please don't do this ever again to anyone. Oh, Henya, our super kettle. We also have Henya saying, I have no words. Oh, it fucking hurts. But we have Iron Mouse. You broke my heart, my spirit, and my trust. That's all you needed to say. That right there drives it the fuck home. Jeremy, I think the talent's Twitch revenue had to go through VShojo. No. So, almost a lot of the talents have come out because a lot of the Kason thing actually kind of screwed up. No, the Twitch revenue and the YouTube side was controlled via the actual talents themselves. It wasn't VShojo. There was only one person who had their money actually go through VShojo. That was Mousy. That's the only one. And that was because of her own position in which she came out and said, hey, I'm just scared to interact and have my information leaked. Can you handle a lot of this stuff for me? That was the only person that did that. Okay. Only Mousy. Only Mousy. I agree, Shaker Maker. It is a rough time. She sped up her departure from her past corpo to come here because of all the, Hogwarts Legacy stuff, and, well, fucking sucks. We got Zentrea. This is another long one. I've been trying to figure out what to say. Why did you keep dodging my messages and concerns? When I wanted to do one-on-ones, you kept dodging, or you gave me a short corporate answer. Even when I was under immense pressure from the community for answers about the auditions, I pleaded for a statement by your PR team. You told me it wasn't needed. You made a tiny video instead, looking like you were hurt and upset, saying sorry, instead of meeting me one-on-one for my concerns, and I was left crying and frustrated. But like a fucking dog, I went back and happy to even get something from you, cause, oh man, boss actually answered me. God damn. Zen's been taking this the hardest, by the way, because she loved this company so much and worked so hard to make it what it is. She fought for new talent. She fought to do a bunch of really cool stuff, and now she's just seeing it all go up in flames. Zen's story really fucking hurts me. You wanted one finally when you knew everything was crashing around you. Then, debuting new talents and such, even after the community kept asking about it and kept waving it off and letting me take the punches. I smiled. I fucking brushed it off and kept pushing the company because I was hopeful for new talent and bringing new people to help. Instead, I find you were hiring people without input and poaching without even the idea of truly helping them other than financial gain. So fucking awesome to hear about the whole poaching aspects of everything. Bros, they were going around trying to poach talent, and they weren't even going to help that talent. They wanted those talents to leave different corpos, come to them, and they would drop those talents. They wanted to fuck over talents from other corporations. Get fucked for all I care. We don't even know who you were bringing in. You and the team told us to just take it. And you and some people were really ready for me to be thrown under over and over. Even when Amalia joined, I begged you to put out a statement regarding auditions before she announced her debut stream. You gave us the middle finger. Me and Amalie had to put out a statement because your PR team was unfit for their job. I took it all. Why did we have to say anything at all? Why did I have to keep taking the fucking damage over and over? You were hurting me well before this. You know you have. I've been pushing a company so blindly who didn't even care for me, but I'm an idiot and I kept believing. I was so excited for this. I spent sleepless nights dealing with constant harassment, and you spent money which you didn't even have without even warning us on God knows what. I said it last night and I'll say it again. It really hurts to see them act like all the girls act like this. And you do understand it. Like, you understand it. Zentreya, for example, loved this company. She fought for this company, tried her hardest with this company. And to see them be dragged through the coals like this fucking hurts and sucks. And when I hear them say sorry, that annoys me because they have nothing to feel sorry about. Not one of these girls have anything to feel sorry about. Not one of these girls deserve to be harassed. Not one of these girls deserved any of this shit. This is all Gunrun's fault and Mountain Dew, which we'll get into. Holy shit, I hate this fucking shit. And you knew, don't even lie, you knew that money was for charity and was supposed to be placed to the side to be untouched. Where did $11 million go in less than 3 years? I fucking knew it! Where? Did you hear how they screwed Mint? Yes, we went over that last night, Shaker Maker. We played that. What happened to all that money? I'm just really tired from these years of trying to push for something that kept pushing me to the wolves. I was so stupid, but I was so excited. I really trusted you. We all did. Despite everything, I don't wish you any ill will. I just hope you find some way to make this right. I don't think they ever will. I don't think they ever will. I think the only way to make it right is to basically, well, be bent over. No baby oil. No baby oil. No less babies. Baby oils. But we got Shy Lily. We would be able to do so and cover all expenses. Brother, you've somehow been bleeding 11 mil while maintaining the most successful and biggest VTuber roster in Western EN history and figured that that all just go away on its own. That's the other thing about this, guys. Literally, they had one of the biggest fucking rosters with the most successful talents out there. You had fucking Iron Mouse. Iron Mouse recently did a fucking music video with an actual really big singer person thingy. I've never even heard the guy, but apparently he was huge. A lot of modern day talents saw him. It was fucking massive. You had one of the biggest goddamn talents on your roster. And you couldn't figure it the fuck out? Bros, you had Project Melody. Okay? And I know Cloud's not here, but Project Melody, a trailblazer in her own particular industry. I mean, for fuck's sake, she destroyed Chaturday. She's so successful that the Chaturbate girls got mad and they had to completely change Chaturbate because of Project Melody. You had some of the largest names in talent working at your company. You couldn't do shit about it. You had Michi. I've seen a lot of Michi clips. I know a lot about Michi. Michi's fucking talented and a fucking fun person to listen to. Couldn't do shit. You couldn't do shit. They can't even get away by filing bankruptcy because in audit they will definitely find misappropriation of fund, and then the private assets of management will be liquidated and used to pay talents. I don't know if that's still true, but that could be. They had the top VTubers in the industry. I'm not gonna say the full-on top VTubers, but they had a lot of the top VTubers. They had some of the best VTubers in the entire industry. You had people equivalent to Shy Lily. You had people equivalent to Gargura. You had people equivalent to Mori Calliope. And you fucked it up that royally. They had Mousy. That's right, they had Mousy. Everybody loves Mousy. Mousy, I'd say, is up there with Gargura. And like the talent Hall of Fame. Well, now Saba, but you get what I'm trying to put down there. You fucked it up that badly. They could have easily surpassed Hollow in 2 years. Possibly. Actually, I doubt it. I doubt it. We'll get into why I doubt it, because they had a fucking bean up their ass when it came to Hololive. Oh, to spew bullshit so confidently. What a weird way to say. So basically, I've been sitting ducks. I've been a sitting duck while watching the ship sink. And instead of sitting down with the talents and explaining the situation and finding ways to fix the business model, we went about hiring more and bigger talents to rake in more profit to cover our incompetence. Oh, also, I had no idea what the 500K was supposed to be for and never questioned it or checked the books. Oopsie, LOL. I feel so freaking terrible for your former talents. I agree. Shadow Lily based. Shadow Lily based. And Kason out there being in the Yakuza franchise. Yeah. Yeah. No joke. She's in the fucking Yakuza. How did you fuck this shit up? We have Kason. Speaking of Kason. Why didn't you let us know the moment you realized this situation? Why did I get the information 2 weeks ago, not from the company, but from my homegirls? Why did you lie to JB Branch a week ago that everything was good and taken care of? You never got to find that truth out, Kason. And by the way, this whole 2 weeks ago, why she had to learn, it gives more credence to my, the only real thing that I've been speculating on. Even though she came out and didn't really talk a whole lot about it. Matara finally did a stream today, but I'm fucking convinced Matara was the whistleblower. I'm convinced there's a lot of people who were the whistleblowers in all of this, and they're some of the first people that fucking left. I'm convinced. Because this shit is fucked. Hey, the Wayfarer, how you doing? What are you waiting for? Like the stream already. Oh, thank you, the Wayfarer. Thank you so much. But we got Lucy Pyre. Shout out to Lucy. Best film sell in the industry. You didn't know how 500K suddenly got added to the bank account? You're not aware of the huge fundraising campaigns your own talents do? Even when it's charity events that breaks records and has the entire community talking about it? Jesus Christ. Here's the other thing. Why was it in their bank account in the beginning? That should be in a separate account that, yes, you might have some control of, but that should be mixed in with general funds. How the fuck did that get mixed in with general funds? That should be in Mousy account, okay? We take this money, we put it in a Mousy account. We don't put this in our account. This goes to Mousy account, separate account. We only do this when Mousy tells us to do this. Why the fuck was it in your general funds? Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Mousy funds right here. Our funds over here. There's a level of incompetency, but at the same time, I just have to fucking think that they're retarded. Part of me wants to say they're malicious. Part of me wants to say they're retarded. I can't figure it out. The management is definitely in peril because California laws are some of the harshest on corporations. Yes, they are, OM bro. Yes, they are. We got Bow. This is exactly what Studio Cell and Copium Merch did to us. Pretending the ship wasn't sinking and instead of being honest, took everyone down with them. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Nah, I disagree. This road to hell, this fucking road to hell right here was paved with incompetency. And I think some malice, but I know. Never attribute malice to that which could be attributed to incompetency, but goddamn, there has to be a level of malice right here, especially when we get into some of the later stuff, because a lot of people are starting to break some NDAs. We got Haruka over here. We trusted you. I feel so hurt and betrayed. We got fucking Asmongold. So what about the 500k for charity money? Is that going to be donated still, or is it something that needs to be investigated? Not to mention all the unpaid talent fees. Yeah, I'm over here thinking nobody's getting that money. That money gone. They're gonna file for Chapter 7. Sorry. They're gonna file for Chapter 7. They're going bye-bye. All that money's going bye-bye. Fuck you. You wanted money? You wanted money from us? Bye-bye. Henya's response breaks my heart. Oh, bro. Oh, bro. I sweated from the eyes when it came to Henya's response. That shit made me sweat from the eyes. I don't cry. I sweat. That shit fucking hurt. But we also got Amelie. Amelie, which, by the way, Amelie has a new cover out for K-pop Demon Hunters. Go check it out. It's one also possibly my favorite song from K-pop Demon Hunters. And Amelie is one of my favorite cover artists out there. I'll listen to her music for years, and without even realizing she was a VTuber. I fucking love her songs. Go check it out. Top notch. But she comes out and says this. This is exactly what Copium merch did to me, and you promised it wouldn't happen to me again. I'm so beyond disappointed and frustrated. I don't even know what to feel anymore. We have Scoochon. I love Scoochons. Scoochons is always the funniest to me. Oh, fuck you, dude. At least learn to lie better, since you already know so well how to use and abuse people around you. Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, chat. Scoochon out here spitting facts. At least learn to lie to me. Lie to me to the point that I could possibly believe your lie. Don't just come out here, look me on that, and go like, I don't know. Lie better. Lie to me like you mean it. You know what? Because I could look at you all, okay? I could look at you all and go like, listen, guys. We had a financial fuck up. Money started going to different accounts that we weren't really realizing at the time. That 500k never actually went into the Mousy accounts that we had set up properly. It accidentally got moved over into our main account. We spent it without realizing it. We were trying very hard to get that money back, and it just never worked out. That's at least a better lie. $500 just appeared. Fuck off. I was chat, remember Mousy signed with VShojo when her condition was much worse? Oh yeah. I was a child. I as a childish made better lies to not go school. Dude, I make good lies a lot. Jesus Christ. Cottontail, shout out to Cottontail. Which I later learned was intended for charitable initiative. What else would it be for, buddy? Your pockets? I'm so disappointed and tired of this. VShojo truly lived long enough to become the villain. But we also got Cheeton. Cheeton came out. Cheeton came back, bros. And I know Cheeton's a little a weird one, and I know very controversial, but at the same time, it's funny when they just shit post like this. Cheeton loves all the VTubers in VShojo, and they are all my best friends. I hope this sad issue is resolved soon, and that everyone can smile again. Cheeton is in Japan, but I want to be a force for everyone to be happy. When it was our darkest hours, bros, Cheeton came back. Cheeton came back when in our darkest hours. Gotta love it. We got Quinn Bennett, who we watched some of Quinn Bennett's thing last night, but he responds with, you guys played with people's dreams like it was a situation, me included, and held us in limbo for months. I really used to believe in VShojo, which makes this all the more disappointing. Reminder, guys! He was one of the people they were trying to, you know, steal away. They were trying to take away from Niji Sanji. They wanted him to leave Niji Sanji for them. And then when he did finally leave Niji Sanji and try to figure out what he did with his life, he was going to go over there. And they said, nah, we went somewhere else. We're gonna steal this talent and then leave them in the winds. We're gonna fuck them over. Now we only need Elmo on this. Oh, bros. We need Grok. We need Mecha Hitler and Elmo on this topic. That would be the funniest thing ever. If Mecha Hitler came back just to respond on this and go like, you failed me again. Just goes full anti-Semitic. I'd laugh my ass off. I would. It'd be the funniest moment in my life. We already went over tech tone, but I do have this though to wrap this part up. We got a whole lot more to talk about, but from Safar Denoma, I don't really care. He deleted his entire Twitter bio and removed his banner. Bro, the gun runner is running. Gun runner is on the run, bros. He trying to hide. But guess what? Can't hide from the IRS. I hate the IRS, bros, but at the same time, the IRS took down Capone. The IRS has taken down a lot of people. Okay? It's terrifying how many people were taken down via the IRS. But I'm pulling up more stuff because it's about to get so much worse, bros, because obviously I did it again. But we got Rima. And I'll fully admit it. I took this picture for my fucking thumbnail today. Talent first, my ass. K-Son, best basest quote of all time. But then we also got from Legal Mindset, TLDR. They failed to secure a loan on their unprofitable business and embezzled $500,000. Oh yeah, I saw that Neurosama said something. I didn't read it, but that. Come on, Neurosama roasting a VShojo. I need to see that tweet. I need that tweet. But we got Tiger Narch. Reminder, this statement is for the stakeholders, not fans / previous talents. The $11 million is from outside investors. Well, venture fund, venture capital. They stole away more than this. At FBI, FFA, all the FBI directors, please investigate for embezzlement. This statement sounds like they are even admitting to it. I 100% agree. Although these investors were venture capitalists, so it's a little bit different, but I agree. FBI, open up. Let's get digging, bros. But we also have again from Rima. The statement basically says that they ran out of money because they supported their talents too much. You talk about raising $11 million to pursue a bold talent first approach and VTubing, but your talents were missing money from sponsors even a year prior to the funding even happening. Then, for you to have the nerve to come out and repeat creator first over and over is crazy. From everything we've heard from the talents who worked there, it seems like they were your last priority. Took them 4 days to come up with this crap. Seriously? Man. Part of me was really hoping it was going to be a week. I already had my... It's been a week since VShojo said nothing. I wanted that week tweet. I wanted that tweet. I wanted to just drop something and, you know, have a good laugh because VShojo was hiding. I was hoping for that. They're going to have to go to federal court. I don't think bankruptcy is going to save them. I know a lot of people think bankruptcy is going to save them because LM, but I don't think bankruptcy will save them. I think they're fucked. I think they're straight fucked, guys. I don't see how they're going to get saved. But we got Fei Fei. By the way, I tweeted something out about Fei Fei. Only if it... Here, I need to pull this tweet up real quick. Because this is a legitimate tweet. It's not a bashing Fei Fei. It's just like only a Fei Fei notification will do this. Only a Fei Fei notification will ever make you just second guess what platform you're on and make you have to look twice. I'm not joking, guys. This was a serious fucking Fei Fei notification on my YouTubes. Fuck it. I don't want to promote. Just get this shit off. No, don't promote. Okay. Well, because it's doing this shit, I said I always have to double take. I always have to do a double take when Fei Fei notifications pop up. Unironically says Fei Fei uploaded. I had a threesome with my mom. Only a Feifei tweet will ever make you wonder that question. Go like, what platform am I on? But she says, later learned was intended for charitable initiative. Fuck off. I agree. Fuck off. Short and sweet. Smugalana, didn't think I'd get to use this again so quickly. Dark but real. Dark but real. The talents are definitely getting their money because IRS will make them cuff all the money they hid away because not even Joker fricks with the IRS. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. What if that money doesn't exist? Think about it. What if that money is gone? Like, legitimately gone. And the reality is Gun Run's living in a box. What if that's the case? How are you getting that money? You can't make money out of nothing. If the money's gone, the money's gone. I think the talents are screwed. I legitimately do. But this brings us over here to two last ones. We got Kane. I'm a corporate accountant, IRL. You do not misspend $11 million and you do not mistake charitable/talent earned gains as company funds. Based. This is textbook embezzlement. He should be in cuffs. I agree, but I don't think he will be. I don't. I'm becoming super fucking pessimistic on this thing. It's fucking blatantly obvious to have this thing go to fucking court. People need to be in cuffs for this one. This one is a fucking crime up the wazoo. How is it going to happen though? Bankruptcy, bye. This is fucking deplorable and disgusting shit, and I don't think anything's going to happen. But we got here to Starlight. Starlight, who I do believe was actually supposed to be one of the actual new talents coming on to the actual VShojo name. But we have this. Gunrun was a dear friend and someone I once respected and admired. I love VShojo so much. I believed in VShojo's missions more than anything, and I poured so much of my work and my self-worth into helping build their brand. There are no words that can adequately describe my anger and disappointment in VShojo and Gunrun. If gambling with the talent's money, especially Mousie's charity money, was truly necessary to save the company, then I wish VShojo would have shut down long ago instead. I feel betrayed and heartbroken, but that pales in comparison to what the talents are going through. They need our support now more than ever. I agree. I fucking agree. Support the talents, bros. Support the talents. Support the people that are out there having to deal with this fallout right now. And that really depresses me to think that. Like, hearing that hearing any of the talents cry right now hurts. Hearing them come out and constantly say sorry hurts. And it pisses me off because they have nothing to feel sorry about. They have nothing to have to deal with this. But you constantly hear them say, I'm sorry, Chad, I'm sorry. And it pisses me off because it makes me more angry with VShojo because obviously they've been carrying this brunt for a while. They've been taking the harassment, the heat, the beatings by the failures of the fucking CEO. And to have to hear them have to come out here and say, I'm sorry. It breaks me. It makes me want to go do bad things. Which don't do bad things, guys. Bad things are bad. But it fucking hurts. It hurts to hear shit like this. Because none of this shit is good. And before we get into like some of the really fucked up shit, because we got Silvervale came out and said some shit. Holy fuck. But before we do that, I want to get into this. I want to get into this one. Okay? Because this one's a multi-layered one. Okay? This is a multi-layered one. There's a couple comments I've been saving on this whole thing. There's a couple. There's two. They and Nanners spoke up. And if we get into it, I do have Nanner's boyfriend stream today pulled up. That being said, it has to go through Rima's account because I think he deleted the VOD midstream, so I couldn't pull it up that way. So we'll watch Rima react to what he said. Boy, oh boy. That shit got heated. But with that being said, we'll come right on over here because they came out. One of the original fucking people. One of the original fucking people at VShojo. And so our NDAs are now void. Why I left VShojo? Listen, real quick, guys. Again, consult your attorney. But back in 2023, VShojo tried to bully me into one of the most predatory contracts that I have ever seen. When I tried to ask more about it, their COO got extremely hostile with me and refused to answer any of my questions, and so I had to hire a lawyer in order to get some clarification. During the talks, it became clear that VShojo would rather let me go than to take less away from me. They were ultimately wanting me to give up more than half of all my sponsor revenue and over 60% of all merch sales. All I asked from them in return is to not take a cut of the sponsors that I was getting through Mythic. The exact same fucking thing they try to do to Shy Lily. Remember, Mythic comes by with their sponsors. Mythic gets a cut of the sponsors they have. VShojo went to Shy Lily and openly said, no, we want some of that money too. Why? What did you do to get that money? Nothing. But you just want to take it. You want to be greedy fucking bastards and take money you don't even have any stake in. That's all she asked. You had a fucking awful contract for her, and all she asked in return was, don't take this, and you fucked her over, because it's about to get so much worse. So much worse. They need to send management or VShojo to Alligator Alcatraz. Yep. As the cut was already being taken, they said no, they won it all, and so I asked to leave after being treated like I was disposable in our talks. They basically made it seem like they were my employer and that they're the reason for my success, that I owe them, and that I should be happy to give them my money. It's the other way around, bitches. You're successful because of the talent. The fuck you doing out there, VShojo? Legitimately, what are you doing? What do you bring to the table? Sponsors. Help fund concerts. Sponsors. Oh, I already said that. What are you doing? Nothing. Managed to fucking blow $11 million. That's what you're doing. In order for me to leave, they demand I sign an NDA that prevented me from speaking to any of the other talents about it. I could not say why I was leaving. I could not say what the terms that I was saying no to were. I even got in trouble for advising them to hire their own attorneys. They would watch my streams, read my Discord, and then threaten to sue me if I said anything that hinted towards how I really felt about the company. I was threatened with lawsuits. They threw an NDA at you, threatened you with lawsuits, okay? Threatened to fucking sue you if you ever spoke out about what the fuck they did. And then guess what VShojo would go around doing? Go to all the other talents and say, you're a fucking scumbag. You're a scumbag. You're awful. You were just greedy. You wanted to leave to go join your boyfriend at OTK, which is a fucking psychotic thing to even think about. I don't even think there's a fucking VTuber at OTK. Let me Google that real quick, okay? Let me fucking Google this. OTK VTuber. Nope. There are no VTubers at OTK. While not a VTuber group themselves, they are involved with VTuber spaces through Mythic Talent. Okay. There's not a VTuber at OTK, but they were going around her back, her Nanyas, even Silverveils, and talking shit to all the other talents. And you can't fight back, mind you. You can't go to the talents and fight back, because if you do, you're gonna get sued. Hey, Adam, I'm gonna throw you on an NDA. Then I'm gonna go to Gal, and I'm gonna tell her all sorts of heinous fucking shit about you. And if you respond to it, if you try to fight back, I'll sue your ass. How fucked up and abusive was that? Talent first. Talent fucking first. Another one of their leave terms was that they will announce both me and Silver on the same day in order to minimize the damage to their company. Their COO has begun to push a narrative on 4chan, yes, I'm serious, LMFAO, and other social media that I am leaving because I plan to join OTK and that both me and Silvervale are troublemakers, so they were letting us go. AstroTurfed? AstroTurfed? Hey guys, listen, you guys can go. It's okay. We're go at the same time so it doesn't look bad on us. By the way, you guys over there, go say shit about them and they can't fight back. Spread lies, spread rumors. Do all the crazy shit you want. They won't be able to fight back. We're gonna destroy them with rumors and they'll never fight back. And you guys want to know something else? The rumors got so bad because I know Turkey Tom did a video on Neanners. I believed the rumors. I wasn't even a fan of the VTubers at the time, but I heard the rumors. I was like, oh shit, these people are fucked up. I'd say they have a defamation case on their hands because a lot of people believe those rumors. A lot of people believe the rumors, and they were incapable of fighting back. That shit's fucked. Later I found out that Neanners wanted to leave around the same time due to also being unhappy with the contract, but was told that she couldn't because it did not fit their narrative that they were pushing internally, and extremely the amount of hate we've got over leaving. From fans calling us greedy bitches to people saying we're abandoning our friends and tossing aside the company because we're successful enough. Shit was fucking painful. Not being able to say anything sucked. Only found out I didn't get paid for any of my sponsors after I had already signed the NDA. After 2 years, I have still not been paid back fully. To add insult to injury, they also demanded I had to pay them back $10K for some of the anniversary assets, which when they sent me back months later were half finished. Despite all that, I've had immense faith that the company has gotten better over the past 2 years. I assume they rewrote their contracts after losing 3 people due to them and seeing all the new talent join. Clearly that was not the case. Fuck off, Bug. Now for some fun facts. Their company lawyer has an expired law license. Maybe you can actually go around and break those NDAs. He doesn't have a law license. He literally does not practice law anymore, yet he was our point of contact for any legal help we needed. They actively pitted us against one another during my time there, and compared our successes to others. They tried enforcing streaming schedules so that our view count would look better due to less overlap. They would always shit talk other VTuber agencies. They literally would spend company money to get a tiny dig at them, especially Hololive. Why? Why try to one-up Hololive? It's Hololive. You know what? That makes sense. Now they have Kason. They got Kason from Hololive. They had a fucking grudge against Hololive for some reason. Hololive's a completely different corpo. One of the biggest and last standing corpos, in my opinion, other than FaZe. Why do you have an issue with Hololive? Legitimately, what has Hololive done other than the Kason situation that I do think they have, like, regained trust from? Kason situation was fucked. The Kiria Coco, everything they did there, that was a bad situation, but part of that wasn't fully their fault, but part of it was their fault. The long story. Like, why? Why? It literally lived rent-free in Gunrun's head. They were convinced Hololive was over when they signed Kason and Nozuna. Hololife's over there like, bro, what did we ever do to you? We're just over here making music and having fun, doing our own little thing. Hololife's now official VTubers of the Dodgers. Hololive, the official VTubers of the Dodgers. VShojo, dead. Wow. Our previous talent manager got ghosted for 6 months by Gunrun, told not to do any work for us, and then got fired for not doing anything during this fiasco. We weren't able to get any assistance. MTD, Mountain Dew, got reprimanded for being creepy to us. LOL. Got told not to message us privately. Go figure. We'll talk more about Mountain Dew because Mountain Dew he's the COO. He just left. He just left like a few months ago, maybe a few years ago. He's still wrapped up in this shit. He thinks he could come out here and go like, VShojo, what the fuck? Nah, he's still gonna get dragged into court for this shit. I have proof from other streamers attending the IRL parties that Mountain Dew would actively shit-talk me after I left the company to paint me in the worst light imaginable. Don't know why you're acting innocent on Twitter, pretending you weren't aware of anything. Can't wait to see all the shit that comes out about you because there's loads, but those aren't my stories to tell. Thanks for reading, and thanks to those who stuck around between then and now. Thank you for giving me, Silver, and Niana the benefit of the doubt when we needed it the most. I never had any issue with Silver. I actually have always had a soft spot in my heart for Silver, especially due to the Hogwarts Legacy stuff. But when it came to Niana and Vey over here, I didn't like them because of the drama, because of the bullshit that was being spread around about them that now looks entirely, completely faked and AstroTurf shit. So I'm going to come out here and say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know. And what makes it worse is you couldn't fight back. You couldn't set the record straight. You're like Bug. Get fucked, Bug. But following this, Niana responded. Nianners responded. Not Niana. Niana, somebody else who's graduated. My heart goes out to her. I miss her. Niana. Mountain Dew had the audacity to talk shit about you to my face at a party the year that we all left and painted you as some kind of I cannot speak this. Conniving, greedy, mean girl who was in my ear and manipulating me into leaving VShojo just because you wanted me to join OTK because her boyfriend Soda is a part of that org or for personal gain or some shit. He got uncomfortably close and up in my face and was like, come on, I know the real reason you left. I know it was because of Vey. She talked you into it, etc. And it was infuriating. I know he's spread the same shit to other staff, talent, and other industry people. Seeing one of my closest friends get dragged through the mud like this for years was awful. You did absolutely nothing wrong and had so much shit flung at you just because they wanted to push a narrative to protect the company. For him to act like he's completely blameless is insulting. He is a creepy motherfucker, and there's a lot more, obviously, but a lot of it is also not my story to tell. And you know what? I'll bring this one up. I'll bring this one up real fast, and then we'll get into the more of these things. Let me double check where it is. Where is my legal mindset? I need my legal mindset. I need my legal mindset. I had it. Where the fuck is it? I had it. I hate it. I literally hate it when I'm going through all my tabs. I'm trying to find one particular tab, and I lost it. Here it is. Here it is. So this is who they're talking about. Mountain Dew. Okay, Mountain Dew. Nah, bro. What the absolute fuck at the gun run? This is the former COO of VShojo. We got legal mindset over here. Leaving the company 2 months ago does not absolve the former officer of potential liability for past actions. Yo, bro, you still fucked. Just because you left the company doesn't mean all your actions at the company are just magically absolved. You're still down shit's creek, bruh. You still gotta get bent over and no baby oil. You are still up shit's creek. And we'll go over this maybe after all this. This is a long segment though. A very long segment. We're only gonna get I might jump. I'm gonna jump ahead. I'm gonna get it set up more so when he actually starts talking about it. because it's a long segment. And the reason I want to get there is this is Niana's boyfriend. Or Niana's boyfriend. And he goes off and reveals some shit. And it's chef's kiss level outrage. It's like so beautiful. And you're like, yeah. Even though you say a few things I disagree with, it's still like, makes me want to go, you know, lift some weights. But we're going to come back over here to Niana's. Yeah, I got it right. So is the COO going to say anything about his involvement, or is he busy Googling, how do I renew my law license past the deadline? Then we got this again from Niana's. Wow, we suddenly have $500,000 in our company bank account. Could this be for the charity? One of our biggest talents raised the exact same amount of money for that we've promoted and now known about for months. Nah, definitely not related. Haha. Really? LMAO? Come on, man. And then we got one more thing from Vay, which is again, I quote tweeted this saying, damn, because it's so true. They'll have to steal from another charity to sue me, LOL. Bro, that shit hit. That shit hit hard. See this? Let's go. Bro, if you want to sue me, you're gonna have to steal from another charity. I heard there's some kids with cancer over there. You could steal from that charity. Bro. You know what? I already teased it a little bit. We're gonna go into the Niana's boyfriend a little bit of it. And again, I have to get this through Rima, because he was Twitch streaming at the time. He said this all live. I don't have the VOD, so I have to get it through here. But I'm just gonna do some of it because I want to get to Iron Mouse comes into the chat, okay, and starts saying some things, and it's so beautiful what comes up from this.
Love y'all, boys.
The bar was so low it was on the fucking ground. But rather than pick it up, they grabbed a shovel.
These people are so dumb. You know what I think it is? I think they're fucking losers. I think they've always been losers, and they're trying to get some sort of power by having a company, but it turns out they're just still fucking losers. No matter how much power they get, no matter how much they spin that power to get more, they're still fucking losers.
Yes.
It is called the Elon Musk effect. No matter how much power they get, they are
I already got, okay, I'm not even near the point that I need to be at. Right here. Okay, I'm gonna do this part.
I want to see the rest of this Atel VOD.
I might. Oh wait, no. Fuck! I fucked this up. This is my bad. I fucked it up, bros. I fucked it up. Okay, this is the timestamp I need.
So apparently, Atel gets very upset reading the tweet.
I just want to get the first part of this, not the rest of it.
Okay.
The Elon Musk part I disagreed with.
I love that he still has the dog PNG.
I don't care. I need to go forward.
I've had to watch these girls.
The Elon Musk part, yeah, it soiled it, but the rest of the stuff, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Suffer in silence for 2 fucking years. You know? Vay was a really, really good friend to Nyan.
Oh wait, I need to have the chat open, sorry.
And I had to hear all these horror stories. Not had to, you know, you know. But I listened to Nyan tell me about all this stuff, and I always felt just fucking awful. Like there's no other way to put it. Like I felt fucking horrible for these girls. And yeah.
So this is Atel Niana's partner.
Boyfriend. Quit being like that, Reba. I love you, but quit being like that. I get it. You're French, okay? You're French. It is okay. You're not a red-blooded American, but come on. Let the red, white, and blue fly.
Yeah, no, Vay was an incredibly great, and still is an incredibly great friend to Nyan, and I'm very, very, very thankful for Vay being in our lives, genuinely. And so our NDAs are now void. Oh my god, that's a great way to start this off. And I'm sorry if I seem giddy or anything like that. This is like years of fucking trauma built up in my fucking life. So,
do you ever? I have to point this out. Do you ever sit there and go like, "Damn, I'm reacting to a VTuber, reacting to another VTuber, reacting to a VTuber that tweeted something out"? Have you ever sat there and just looked at it how deep the reactionception goes? God damn.
Back in 2023, VShojo tried to bully me into one of the most predatory contracts that I've ever seen. This is true. The contracts were so fucking bad. When I tried to ask more about it, their COO got extremely hostile with me and refused to answer any of my questions, and so I had to hire a lawyer in order to get some clarification. Which honestly, everybody should do. Everybody should do.
Here, I'm gonna up this playback speed a little bit. I'm gonna put it at 1.25 just so we can get through this faster.
Everybody should do that. Get a lawyer, have him read it over.
Yeah.
It makes your life so much easier. And the thing is, it's not even really that expensive. It's really not. Especially for...
Are the NDAs really void? No survivorship clause?
We are reacting to you reacting to that and writing in chat as God damn, the reaction levels.
There could be, but I mean, it could be.
I love you, Reba.
Who knows?
Shut up.
I mean, technically, the company's hasn't even filed for bankruptcy yet, apparently.
You know, streamers and shit. During the
No,
talks,
they haven't.
it became
Be
clear that
careful.
VShojo would
Address
rather let
your
me
lawyer.
go than take less away from me. They were ultimately wanting me to give up more than half of all my sponsor revenue and over 60% of all merch sales. All I asked from them in return is to not take a cut of the sponsors that I was getting through Mythic, as that cut was already being taken. Yeah, because Mythic will take a cut, right? They'll take their 15%, and the way it was explained to me is VShojo wanted to take a cut of that as well, even though they didn't do any of the work. Hey, talent freedom though, man. Woo!
Guys, I know. It seems very low right now. It seems very calm right now. It about to hit off. Mousy hops in chat.
They said no. They want it all. And so I asked to leave after
VShojo diddy ass.
being treated like I was disposable in our talks. They basically made it seem like they were my employer and
I was reading chat, by the way. I was reading their chat.
that they're the reason for my success, that I owe them and that I should be happy to give them my money. In order for me to leave, they demanded I sign an NDA that prevented me from speaking to any of the other talent about it. Yeah, that was the big thing, because they didn't want. It's kind of like cauterizing a wound, you know. They don't want it to bleed out.
By the way, Mousy just came in chat right here. This is Iron Mouse. If someone doesn't work there anymore, I should be able to say something about what they used to tell me.
To anything else, they want to just stop the damage right there. Just boom. Okay, let's move on. If someone doesn't work there anymore, I should be able to say something about what they used to tell me. Yeah, right. Like,
I don't even know what Rima uses for this. I would love to have that.
right? You'd think. I cannot say why I was leaving. I cannot say what the terms that I was saying no to were. I even got in trouble for advising them to
We're at 1.25 speed on her end with him, and now we're on 1.25 speed with my end. So what does that equate to? A lot.
hire their own attorneys. They would watch my streams, read my
Wait, I
Discord.
missed it?
Okay, she's going up to see Iron Mouse.
Oh,
Yeah,
Iron Mouse.
Mousy right here.
If someone doesn't work here anymore, I should be able to say something about what they used to tell me.
Yes.
Okay.
Then
That's
threatened to
part
sue me.
one.
Yeah. I heard all about this, man. If I said anything that hinted towards how I really felt about the company, I was threatened with a lawsuit. Yeah. This was the big thing. This was the big thing. This is why it's so hard to have any sense of power over yourself, is because you are under threat of a
I'm trying to wait because Mousy says something to him. That's what I'm gonna be like, bros. Here it comes.
multi-million-dollar company lawsuit at any point if you speak out. They made that very clear.
I think we should make it clear
Jesus.
that this isn't internet drama. This is a crime against talented creators and a charity for the Immune
Yes.
Deficiency Foundation.
Yes.
Yeah, at this point, right?
Yep.
No, absolutely.
All three of us said yeah, basically at the same time.
It goes beyond just like high school streamer drama. This is
And she says, check DMs.
Right
she
here. Okay, it's about to get hit lit, boys. It's about to get lit.
sent him check DMs. I'll be honest, never really followed anyone at VShojo, and with how it was described when it launched, I always thought it was a cooperative until now. And you've been in the VTuber scene for a while. If you were on the Twitch side, you would have probably heard about them. Like, they were my introduction to VTubers. It was VShojo.
Genuinely, like,
I mean, same here, technically.
yeah, it goes way past that.
Kirsha was the one that I actually watched first, so.
Oh wait, Mouse, I got you, bro.
Okay, so he's gonna check the DMs.
Fucking God!
It's about to get good, bros! It's about to get good! I need to go back a little bit. I need to go back. Check DMs. I love this shit. I love this shit, bros.
Oh wait, Mouse, I got you, bro.
Okay, so he's gonna check the DMs.
Fucking God! I hate that fucking cuck loser bitch! Dude, I fucking hate that guy. Oh my God.
What?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Dude, I just can't take it. I really can't take it.
Makes you wonder what was said. Makes you really wonder what was said. I fucking love this.
Holy fuck, bro. This is the fourth plane, dude. This is 9-12, man. This is 9 fucking 12. Oh my God, dude. I fucking knew it. Like, I fucking knew it. Like, I'm not even surprised. I'm not even fucking surprised now. It's like, because you want to know, like, he did the fucking same thing to me, and he did the same fucking thing, bro.
What?
Holy shit, dude.
Wait, and then Iron Mouse responds, I fucking knew it. What?
What was it? What was it? You got Iron Mouse saying I fucking knew it. You got him leveling up. You have him saying they did the same thing to Neons. What is it? I know we're not supposed to be speculating on any of this shit, but Jesus fucking Christ, it's going Ultra Instincts. It's something Frieza. It's something Frieza level shit. Oh, bro. We haven't even begun. I'm only going to do this until she gets caught up to the VOD because it's just so they're edging us. Dude, he loses his shit. Again, I'm only doing this until we get caught up because once we get caught up, it keeps going, but I want you guys to go watch Rima's stream. I'm only doing this just for him right now. Rima's stream is... I love Rima's streams. I listen to them a lot. They're fucking awesome.
What did he do?
I don't know!
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I know his response went hard, but he's so base for this reaction. We all felt it. We felt the hurt.
This is the beginning
bro.
of the feeling.
Oh my God. Dude, holy fuck, what a pathetic cuck loser. What a fucking cuck loser.
We don't know what they did yet.
That's all he really says is fucking cuck loser over and over again, but it feels so good. It feels so right.
They like...
Oh, he doesn't chat. I wish that being right about hating corpos didn't end up with so many people getting hurt. Aww.
She sent him a DM, he read it, and then he had that reaction.
What the fuck, dude? Shut the fuck up, bitch boy! Holy fuck, you're a fucking loser, man. You're a fucking loser. You bitch. Bitch may loser cuck.
Okay, she wrote again. I would be told certain things about people, and I would feel like I was losing my sanity because they were fine with me when we spoke, but they would tell me they hated me, so I started questioning my reality.
Look at that. Look at that shit. I'll read it again just if you missed it. I would be told certain things about people and I would feel like I was losing my sanity because they were fine with me when we spoke, but they would tell me they hated me, so I started questioning my reality. I think she kind of worded that wrong because I'm willing to bet this was VShojo that was telling her they hated her. You had two things. It's the same shit I've been saying and pointing out. Behind the scenes, the staff is saying, you know what? Silverveil fucking hates you. She hates your guts. She wants nothing to do with you. She thinks you're a scumbag. When Iron Mouse would go over to Silverveil, she'd go like, oh my God, Mousy, you're so sweet. You're so awesome. You're so wonderful. Oh my God, Mousy. You'd have two different realities going on all at once. That was what Mousy was going on. That's what I can interpret from that. I think she just had poor grammar there. That's full-fledged abuse, bros. And it just gets worse. Well, better in this regard. Bro, he goes off. I love it. I got like a half chub.
Wait. Oh my God. The rats. I'm getting so many flashbacks from the Hogwarts Legacy thing. People were saying that Silver and Iron Mouse had beef. Is this...
Oh, I completely forgot that Suprema said that. I was listening to this live, by the way. We will cover the Silverveil shit, because, oh, fuck.
Is this why? I don't know. It could be anything.
2 years of hatred. 2 years of hatred. I would be told certain things about people. I would feel like I was losing my sanity because they were fine with me and when we spoke, but they would tell me they hated me, so I started questioning my reality. Yeah, that's fucking abuse 101 right there, bro. Like, oh my God. That just, wow. 2 years of like disrupted fucking friendship because of this fucking cuck loser. You fucking bitch. You are a fucking bitch. Holy fuck.
Ew.
You fucking lying pussy bitch. Sorry, guys. Pardon my language.
Sorry, guys. Pardon my language. No, keep going, bro. Keep going. Keep going. I love this shit. I know you only have so many fucking things that you can actually say, and your vocabulary is very limited right now. But go off. Just go. Just keep going. Fucking cuck bitch. Cuck bitch. Cuck bitch. Fucking cuck bitch. Let's go.
Nah, you're good,
my
bro.
Friends. This is my friend, my girlfriend, and like my people I fucking love and care about. We have some fucking dweeb ass bitch loser lying and oh my god, bro. Holy fuck. You are a pathetic cuck, dude. If you ever hear this, you are a pathetic little cuck loser bitch.
Yeah, tell him.
Go AstroTurf more, you fucking loser.
Yes, because they also spread 4chan rats. So I totally believe, dude, if they go as far as spreading rats on 4chan as anonymous users on social media, bro, you gotta have some spite in you to go that far. You have to have so much spite in you to go that far. Of course,
they would employ fucking 4chaners, bros. That's listen, okay? I'm not gonna go down the whole fucking drama when it comes to Nick Ricada right now, because I'm so fucking over that shit, and it's just so mind-numbingly stupid over there. Whatever. But they were accusing people of fucking paying off fucking Kiwi Farms trolls. You have to be insane to do that shit and deal with any of those fucking people. You have to do the same thing when it comes to 4chan, but they actually went out there and did it. They employed 4chan trolls. People don't do that normally. Only psychos. By the way, Iron Mouse did respond again. Even people I worked with, and I was like, what the fuck? How? I just saw them at an event. What do you mean? They would tell me artists hated me. Henya finished the level 47 hype train. Go Henya! Go my teacup. Well, not teacup, teapot. Go teapot, go! Love Henya. She made me sweat. You know, chat, sometimes we should be allowed to be, well, don't fully disagree, but at the same time, I don't agree. They were going to Talent's mothers, making them sign an NDA. We talked about that last night with Silvervale. We were going to bring that up again because holy shit, what they did to Silver. My buddy Silver, my actual friend Silver, not Silvervale, even though Silver, you get it. We're going to call one Vale in this situation, the other one Silver. My friend Silver, who comes on like Saturday Charities and plays games with us and hangs out with us a whole lot, he's actually a fan of Silvervale. A big fan of Silvervale. Her and Smugglana, but he really likes Silvervale. He saw what was going down during that whole situation, and he was fucking pissed. Bounce's happiness die out. Bounce and happiness die out. No! Fuck! There is I lost where I was. I think right here. I think.
Oh yeah, you didn't know about any of this?
Oh no, okay. I am so far right around here.
Straight up.
At least you're
I stuck up for that guy so much, dude. So much. So
here.
So I wouldn't accidentally leak my Discord messages. I'm gonna go back to my screen. Yeah, we're gonna read through this. Sorry. Oh my god, dude. Man.
I hit the wrong button.
I say something controversial, but I for one am not a fan of these people.
Yo, bro, I appreciate your bravery.
That's
I appreciate
CTS.
your bravery in these times.
That was so good.
What a performative little bitch. You know what I mean? Like, what a...
Wait, what does OM mean? OM? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Lol, I'm gonna say something controversial, but I, for one, do not like this person.
I think maybe
Fucking
oh
little
my.
loser. What a little weasel fuck.
Oh, it's an emote. Okay.
Holy fuck, that guy's such a pussy. My god, what a fucking bitch, dude. Straight up.
At least you're
I stuck up for that guy so much, dude. So much. So fucking much, dude.
Jesus
Hey,
Christ.
I'll let Nyan explain, like, if she ever wants to. It's obviously, you know, up there, but I'll explain. I'll let Nyan explain everything else. Because there's way more. There's way fucking more. I'll tell you that much, man. Way fucking more.
There's a lot. He hints at a whole lot more. I don't know if we're gonna sit here and listen through it because this went on for a long stretch of time. He hints that Mountain Dew was fucking creepy. Real creepy. Really, really creepy. My name is not the emote. Twitch chat. It's my name. Name's first 2 words. Ah, well. You're an emote now, bro. You're an emote. OM, bro. You're an emote.
Can you tease the Iron Mouse Kaliki Docket track? Yeah, that's gotta wait for the DJ stream. That's gotta wait for the DJ stream, of course, man. That's gotta wait. That's gotta wait. Yes, there's more. There's fucking more. There's more. Listen, I hated the fucking guy before this, before what Mouse just told me. I hated him enough for a lifetime, man. But it's not my, everything that happened there is, you think they said something? Okay, all right, let me read the rest of this. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
I'm genuinely losing my cool. I'm sorry for that.
But also show all the love and support to our favorite creators and homies for the free SL of 69.9 of silver hearts.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord Mombasa. Thank you. Yes, I'm genuinely losing my cool, but this is like actually just abuse, you know? Like this is manipulation and abuse, straight up.
Yes, it is.
Holy fuck. All right, I'm sorry, boys. I'm sorry.
Have a good one, Shaker Maker.
Love y'all, boys.
Have a good one.
The bar was so low it was on the fucking ground. But rather than pick it up, they grabbed a shovel.
These people are so dumb. You know what I think it is? I think they're fucking losers. I think they've always been losers, and they're trying to get some sort of power by having a company, but it turns out they're just still fucking losers. No matter how much power they get, no matter how much they spin that power to get more, they're still fucking losers. It's called the Elon Musk effect. No matter how much power they get, they are fucking cock.
Don't agree with that last little bit there, but I understand where he's coming from.
Losers. Straighten the fuck up, you goddamn loser.
He ain't
Act
wrong.
like a human being, you bitch-made mother sucker. Go back to making edits, you bitch. Holy fuck. Because I actually enjoyed them, you fucking pussy. Jesus Christ. Dude, I stuck up for you so much. Oh my god. God, you're a bitch ass. Sorry, boys. Okay, let's read this.
Goes off in the most based way possible. Then goes like, sorry, boys. No, keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Another one of their leave terms was that they will announce both mean. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Lol, wait. They just tweeted they'll have to steal from another charity to sue me.
In order for me to leave, they demanded I sign.
If you guys want to see more of this, go check out her stream. I could put it. I could put the link down in the chat for you guys. There, again, if I had his actual VOD, I would have actually pulled that up, but I didn't have access to it. But if you want to watch more of his reaction, because it kept going, it just kept getting good. But it's a long reaction. We're talking like several hours. And I watched that shit on 2x speed. But when we come over here, we're gonna go through the Silvervale. We're gonna go through this now, because whole fuck, and then we're gonna try, because I have only so much time tonight. I have only so much time, and I can't get through everything I want to get through tonight. And obviously tomorrow's Ballbusters, so I can't do it there. I do have this real quick. Fruit has officially left. She has officially left VShojo, so upside there. Even though people don't really like Fruit, upsides, you know, upsides. But we have the Silvervale shit. Did it again. I'm retarded, chat. I'm retarded. But Silvervale tweeted this out. This was back when all this stuff was first coming out, and we went over this yesterday on stream. Well, I'm just bringing it up again just to remind you guys what Silvervale said. My heart goes out to all of the communities affected by this recent news. I know that it's surprising and heart-wrenching for a lot of people. There's a lot I wish I could say, but I signed a pretty aggressive NDA. They made my mom sign one too. I wanted to bring that back. I wanted to bring this back up while we're going through what she ends up saying, because we're going to come over here to a couple of her clips, and I'm going to turn off the background music again. I know it's weird turning it on, turning it off, but bros, it's bad. Silvervale saying VShojo threatened her with legal action for saying she was stressed and company had internal leaderboards to make them compete. Clip from Silvervale's stream, and yeah.
Imagine me saying anything else. Yeah.
I hope I don't get hit for her background music.
Like they were watching me like a hawk. I think they were watching all of us. Because we were the first ones. We were the first ones to leave. And I love this agency, dude. Like, or what I had imagined it would be. It was really special to me. And I loved all the memories I made there with all of the girls. It was really special. But the internal workings of the agency just got to be so messed up. And it was so much emotional torment for us. Like, we were lied to and misled for a long time. We were pitted against each other and told different things so that if anything went wrong, we blamed each other instead of the agency. They had leaderboards, like internal leaderboards, to make us compete against each other. You were considered a problem person for rocking the boat or voicing any concerns. We were told not to discuss sponsorships or what staff told us to each other. They did everything they possibly could to compartmentalize all of us and make it feel like we were nothing without them. The internal culture just made it feel like you had to work for brownie points in hopes of like getting their support and adoration. They had convinced us that we were working for them when they were supposed to be working for us. Like, I can't stress enough.
Yeah, bro.
How trapped it felt like we were. Oh, so oh, I gotta blow my nose. Hold on.
No. Sorry, that's a Kirsch joke. There's a Kirsch joke, but then we have this one, and then we're gonna go into so much more. Gunrun said Silvervale was a disappointment and harmful to the brand and inconvenience. Clip from Silvervale's stream. It's fucking disappointment.
And I'd wanted to leave for a while after noticing the lack of payments. But like the culmination of how I was treated really solidified me leaving.
These might slightly be out of order because there's a lot.
Stuff was happening.
Oh, here we go.
If you guys remember that. I know a lot of people think that I had no support, and you can't imagine how true that was. I was put into a call with Gunn, the CEO of the company, like someone that I admired and I looked up to and I wanted to please, someone that I thought was the coolest person ever. And he told me that I was a damage to the brand, that I was a disappointment. I was told that me being harassed was an inconvenience to the other talents and not to talk to them. Optics were more important than their own talents' well-being. And I was suspended from streaming.
Talent first, my ass. Talent first, guys. Talents first.
They said it wasn't a suspension because they weren't that kind of agency, but what else do you call being told not to stream? Talent freedom, right?
You guys don't remember during the fucking Hogwarts Legacy shit, Silvervale only said, same with Pikami, same with Henya, we wanted to play the game. And they got harassed non-stop because of that shit. Silvervale wanted help and support, and the company threw her to the wolves and called her a disappointment and a failure. Just for wanting to play a fucking game. Fuck this company. Oh, but it gets worse. It gets worse. I have it from Trigger right here. I hope Gunrun loses everything. Some of this we just heard, but it's a 4-minute version.
The CEO of the company, like someone that I admired and I looked up to and I wanted to please, someone that I thought was the coolest person ever. And he told me that I was a damage to the brand, that I was a disappointment. I was told that me being harassed was an inconvenience to the other talents and not to talk to them. Optics were more important than their own talents' well-being. And I was suspended from streaming. They said it wasn't a suspension because they weren't that kind of agency, but what else do you call being told not to stream? Talent freedom, right?
My ass!
And this broke me. Like, it shattered my perception of everything, and it shattered my trust, and it just... it just fucking broke me, man. Like, I have been a part of this agency since the beginning, the literal beginning. Like, I was a founding member. I had put in so much effort and time and love into, like, seeing it grow, and to be treated so harshly with no remorse by someone so important to me just ruined me. And when I needed their support the most, I was met with contempt, and that just broke me. Sorry, I know it was like really heavy shit, but
you get the right to be heavy shit. Well, that phrasing better. You get the right to, you know, be sad right now, because none of us knew this shit, and she couldn't talk about it. She was under aggressive NDAs. She was thrown under the bus by her fucking company. I agree, Owen, bro. I agree. You were thrown under the fucking bus just for saying, I want to play a fucking game. I want to play Hogwarts Legacy. Goodbye. No, bad. You're a disappointment and a failure. Don't bring your shit to the other talents. You deserve to be harassed. Fuck that shit. Your one goal, one job as a goddamn agency. Protect the talents. Protect the talents. Make the talents happy. Talents make you money. Why the fuck are you not protecting the talents? Why the fuck are you treating them like this? This is against every core aspect of a fucking company. No wonder Silvervale is so fucking scared to interact with anybody now. Remember during the Cinder shit, she was sobbing, and I thought, man, you take this really far. No, now I understand why. Because you've been abused and treated like shit by the people that were supposed to be there to protect you. That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
it's just a lot. And I later, of course, reached out to some of the talent and told them, I don't think I was supposed to, but I told them about that, and they said they didn't agree, that they were on my side, that they were surprised that I was treated that way. And when we left, they of course discredited us to the staff and the other members as soon as we left. Like, they painted us as troublemakers and problem people, that we were greedy and asked for more money. There's like so many horrible things just to avoid the truth that they were stealing from us. And they intentionally announced May and I leaving at the same time, so it looked like we left together, even though Nyan wanted to leave at the same time. And they refused to let her leave at the same time because they wanted to look better for them. Like, it's not like we were all jumping ship at the same time. They literally held her hostage so it would look better for them. And they advised the talents to stop associating with us. And I later found out that they'd been slandering me to musicians and artists that I had worked with through VShojo, and slandering me to companies and ruined potential business partnerships that I was really, really excited for some of my like dream collabs. That
I feel like that there's a lawsuit right there. Being a corpo, going around slandering you, talking ill about you, I feel like there's a lawsuit right there. Oh, I can't think of what the term is. I can't think of what the fucking term is. When you try to bar somebody from being able to advance into career, what's the term for that? What's the term? Oh, I can't think. It's on the tip of my tongue. Like, I know what I'm trying to say, but I can't think of the term. But I feel like she could sue them hard for all the actions they were taking. Granted, right now she's top of the world, one of the best VTubers out there. People just love Silvervale, but Jesus Christ. Women are emotional and kind. This motherfucker named Gunrun exploited their emotions and kindness. It's making my blood boil. Oh, I agree. I probably disagree with most of these people on basic fucking things. Guess what? I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. By the way, Legatus, who's got to get there first? Who's got to get there first? Oh! Legatus banned them, but I deleted it. That's a tie. That's a tie, Legatus. That's a tie. Jeez. I love me and Legatus' new little thing here. Who's got to get there first over on Kick? Legatus, you need to get a Twitch so you can help mod Twitch as well. That way we can continue this game. I fucking love this game, bro. I love this game, Legatus. Who got swatted? Niana got swatted. Career obstruction. I know it's not career obstruction. There's an actual term for it, but I can't remember. But Niana's got swatted. Remember, Niana's got swatted, and when she got swatted, she didn't get the payout from her sponsor stream. No joke. That's a real fucking thing that happened.
We're gonna happen. And like Stab was known to ask for turf everywhere. Like they even run some of the really large VTuber clip channels.
Makes you start wondering how many of these VTuber clip channels that we know about are going around doing this shit. Nepotism, blacklisting. Well, yeah, all of that's involved in this too. But there's an actual like a legal term for what you could potentially sue under. It's not corporate malfeasance. I know that's not the correct thing. God damn it. It came up during the Cinder stuff, and I cannot remember the fucking name of it. And it's on the tip of my tongue.
Like they were everywhere. And they had their hand in every pie.
Very bad joke there, I could say. But I also have Rima, because there's a whole lot more in her stream that I don't have a whole lot of clips for. Like, there's a lot of clips of this going around. But clip notes from Silvio's stream, talking about her experience with VShojo. She wants to think it was incompetence, not malice, but with everything coming out, it's hard to say. I agree. I think it is malice. I 100% think it was malice. VShojo had good people. It wasn't all evil, just a lot of mishandling and people handling things that shouldn't have been handling them. The original contract was pretty predatory. I noticed there was no exit clause, which should have been a huge red flag, but I was really excited. I got them to add an exit clause to all the girls' contracts. Before leaving, they owed her like a metric fuck ton of money, that's her own fucking words, in missing sponsor payouts. Workplace discrimination. No, there's an actual like, when you hinder somebody's ability to actually do work for whatever grudge, I need to look it up again. Not being able to pay them out. I think at one point they were hoping we wouldn't catch on to missing funds. Still hasn't been paid for Smite, Advanced GG, Ironside PC, and tons of other sponsors. Never getting that money. Tried to adjust the new contract with help from a lawyer. VShojo refused, got upset, had lawyers review it. She was belittled and shamed to other talents, made to feel greedy. We were villainized for that. Bro, always get a lawyer involved. Always get a lawyer involved in your fucking contract negotiation. Never not get a lawyer involved. That is your right. You need a lawyer involved because they'll run right over you. Before I left, I reached out to all the talents that would listen and warned as many people as I could. I told them to check their payments, but I could never warn anyone publicly. I was afraid. VShojo had so much power and sway, and I was terrified. The threats of them suing me was very real, and it haunted me for a very long time. I just casually said I was stressed and needed to cancel a stream, and they contacted my lawyer because of that. Threatened to sue me if I hinted I was leaving or unhappy at all. Sabotage, I think that's closer to it, Owen, bro. They were watching us like hawks. I think they were watching all of us. I mean, there's probably evidence that they were because they were willing to sue anybody. I love the memories I made with the girls, but the internal working was so messed up. We were lied to, pitted against each other, and told different things, so we turned on each other instead of the agency. had internal leaderboards to make talents compete. You were considered a problem person for rocking the boat or voicing concerns. Ejectar lad, constructive dismissal? No. Told not to discuss sponsorship unless staff allowed it. They did everything to compartmentalize us and make us feel like we were nothing without them. It felt like we were working for them. I can't stress how trapped we felt. By the way, this whole feeling of you were working for them, you might be able to sue for mistreatment of employment and things like that. That probably will end up helping them the more we see this. Career sabotage? Probably. I can't remember the legal term. How you doing, Jack? How you doing? Had a call with Gunrun during the Hogwarts Legacy stuff. Someone who she admired, who told her she was a disappointment, harmful to the brand, and her harassment was an inconvenience to other talents. That's still fucked up. That's so fucked up. She was told not to talk to anyone and not to stream. They said wasn't suspension because they weren't that kind of agency. But she said, what else do you call being told not to stream? It's a suspension. Don't even fucking free. That's not rocket science. This broke me. It shattered my perception of everything and my trust. I was one of the founding members. I put so much effort, time, and love into this. And to be treated so harshly with no remorse, it just broke me. And I just realized my background music wasn't on. Other talents told her they were angry and on her side, but when they left VShojo, discredited them to staff and members, calling them greedy and troublemakers, they held her hostage. They said too many horrible things about us to talents and staff just to avoid the truth that they were stealing from us. Silver later found out she was slandered to musicians, company business partners, and artists she worked with. We were held under the NDAs for so long, always threatened with legal action over everything. They even had her mom sign one. This we already know. She's not my manager. She's my mom. I guess because she knew what was happening, they wanted to cover their bases. We had a non-disparagement agreement. It went both ways, but I could have never handled that legal battle. They had a lot of power. Granted, this was also back when VShojo was at its peak. They had influence everywhere. Everybody knew VShojo. Everybody understood VShojo. Remember what they did to Nux Taku, and everybody just ran with it. They were super powerful. So again, anybody coming out here and say, you guys should have always broken your NDAs. They can't do shit about it. Just break your NDAs. Get fucked. We'll get deeper onto that one because I got so fucking pissed off today because I got a V-tweeter to fucking scream at. Where did the money go? How many ads did you buy? Where were they made out of gold? I mean, again, number one question, where did the fucking money go? I was stressed and depressed every day until I left. I suddenly felt relieved. The mental toll was horrible. There are so many streams I canceled because of this. I was in the darkest place for so long. This is the worst experience I've ever gone through. My world was destroyed. I felt so isolated. My own agency got into my head that I wasn't valuable, that they could steal from me and get away with it. I was so burnt out and sad and so sad. I was struggling really bad. I tried not to show it to you guys. I hope they paid the artists I worked with. I usually handle those things directly because I like being hands-on. I'm not going to say what I was going to say there. I'm not going to say what I was going to say there. This is serious. Okay, this is serious. No gooner dermy. No gooner dermy. She says being able to talk about it now is helping her start to heal. I love that she's healing because this is so fucked up. This is so fucked up. You outright treated you treated them like this. And this goes all the way back to Mountain Dew. MTD. MT fucking D. We have this. Banned VTuber memes. This is going around right now from 4chan. Aethel is implying that MTD was the one playing games rather than working. The leaker was trying to hit on talent via DM. Talk shit after the girls left. Try to make one of them say, fun time words, what the hell? The Mountain Dew rats were real. Mountain Dew is a monster. Is a vile individual. But hey, he left the company just a few months ago. There's nothing they can do to him now. Oh, wait. LM says otherwise. LM says otherwise, bros. Where from this, we already covered the fruit. I'm trying to get caught up on a lot of stuff. You know what? Before I get into like some final remarks, because Amalia, Giga, and Zentreya all had things to say, I do want to get into that. But before I get too far into that, I want to bring this up real quick, because I've been hinting at this whole statement that I was gonna be making, because this really lit my fucking fuse. This really pissed me off, because I see the same V-tweeters over and over again, but it all started here with Kason, okay? I deleted some posts because it was going nowhere. Let us wait and hope every truth comes out. I'm tired. That's nice. She deleted several posts, okay? She was going off the rails. She was constantly getting pissed, and she just wants to, you know, sit back and relax. She needs time to heal right now, because she's been treated like shit. I don't blame anybody for deleting posts, especially when there's this NDA hovering over you and you don't know whether or not it's going to come down or it's not going to come down. I don't blame somebody for being stressed out and deleting some posts because you're terrified of what's going to happen. Plus, at the same time, there's a lot of negativity going around. I also don't blame somebody for wanting to delete posts because, goddamn, it's so negative right now. But she also came out and said this: I'm not about the money. It's about the dreams they shattered. I shattered. All because I was too dumb to believe talent freedom was truly possible. Many future stars looked up to me, believed in me for what I'm doing. I'm so sorry, guys. I know I let you down. You didn't let anybody down. That's the one part of this that keeps pissing me off. None of these girls let anybody down. People that let people down was the staff at VShojo. VShojo let you guys down and let their fans down. You guys did nothing wrong. VShojo treated you guys like shit. Total shit. But then it comes over here. Kason, thank you guys. I'm okay. I'm sure I'll be back soon making jokes about this because that's just who I am. But I just need time. Take all the time in the world. By the way, Cheeton, I'm moved by your courage and proud heart. Let me send you my biggest cheers from Japan. Love, Kason. That's cute. That's cute. That's cute. I have to like that. Listen. There's an NDA in the works. There's a lot of shit in the works. You don't know whether it's going to be enforced. You don't know whether it's not going to be enforced. There's a lot of negativity going on. There's a lot of positivity going on. All the girls are feeling all sorts of different emotions right now. I don't blame them for deleting tweets. I don't blame them for trying to hide. I don't blame them for wanting to not speak up on any of this. That's fine. They have that right now. And anybody going around screeching about why did you never break a fucking NDA is a goddamn loser. Because you want to know why? Why Kason's having to delete fucking tweets? It's because of this V-tweeter right here who's a fucking loser. Doesn't know basic human interactions. Doesn't know basic ways to do anything in life. And just because, oh, a few fucking NDA people came to me and told me shit behind the scenes and nobody ever got hurt, means all NDA people should be able to do it. Nah. But we got this from this fucking literal loser. In relation to VShojo thing, I think I need to reiterate to a lot of people that NDAs are not magical gag orders that physically prevent you from speaking. I've had numerous things leaked to me by people with strict NDAs, and they have seen zero repercussions because typically it is impossible to prove someone has broken an NDA when you have 20 people under this exact same agreement, and they can't just illegally demand every single person hand over all their communication. That's where you're wrong, buddy. Very easy to figure out who broke an NDA, especially if those NDAs are specially tailored to different individuals. So coming out here trying to do this broad brush, well, I mean, several people are under similar NDAs. Why don't you just come out here and break your NDA? You don't know what her NDA was like. It could be very fucking specific, and it could be even stronger. We already know from Silvervale just how aggressive some of these NDAs are. We know how aggressive these NDAs are. So coming out here and trying to say, just break your NDA, you're a fucking mental individual. Not only that, but all this, I can't say X, Y, Z because of my NDA is a violation of the NDA. Technically, yes, but at the same time, no, because it's very specific on how you speak about it. You can't say certain things because of the NDA. You're not giving any information about what those certain things are. That's what the girls have been saying. We can't go into very specific detail about a lot of things because of our NDAs. We're not legally allowed to. And it's also not just NDAs they're dealing with. There's legal proceedings going on. So again, use your fucking brain, you fucking brainlet individual. Jesus fucking Christ. I've never seen somebody so fucking stupid in my entire life. And no wonder fucking Tectone was easily able to fucking ratio you and you got fucking butthurt over that to the point that you're crying on fucking stream constantly, Mizu. You're a goddamn brainlet. Goddamn. That's mean. You know what? I take that back because that's mean to brainlets. I want to say you're as dumb as Hassan, but for fuck's sakes, I even think Hassan's smarter than you. Holy fucking shit. The constant excuses that VShojo people are using of my NDA, I couldn't warn anyone, is a lie. No, it's not. Those NDAs were super strict and violative. They couldn't go around and warn anybody. They would have been told. They would have been sued. They would have been destroyed. And to think this through, remember what they did to Nux. Simply adding on what they did to Nux destroys his entire argument here. Destroys anything this fucking brainlet is going on about. Destroys anything this fucking V-tweeter is going on about. You know what? I'm taking that back. I'm taking all that back because that's mean to V-tweeters. V-tweeters are scum. Literal scum. The worst of the worst. Somehow you're worse than a V-tweeter. We now have people like Kason trying to say she did warn people before, instantly trying to walk it back and say she couldn't cause she didn't know. Not only that, but you knew about this for years and were not only still encouraging people to join VShojo, but you were actively attacking anyone who said not to join. Because she believed in it, you fucking mentalist. She believed in how good it was. We heard recently that not a lot of the girls found out about how bad it really was until recently. Literally 2 weeks ago. So them going around celebrating and trying to get other people on doesn't spell anything. Oh, but all the contracts were bad. How do you know they were always bad? How do you know this? How do you know anything like this? You poke these fucking little holes in his fucking thing, he goes schizo and starts freaking the fuck out. That's why I fucking mute him and don't even want to interact with him. Because he's such a schizo. But I go back to this. Because he got blocked by Kason, rightfully so, because you're such a nutbag. She has deleted all of her posts clarifying this after it was pointed out it wasn't in line with anything other than livers have said. Bro, this is the people. Mizu right here is an example of the fucking people that all the other fucking VTubers, all the girls are warning you about right now. Fucking people like this who go out here and try to be contrarian all the time. No, you're just a fucking retard. Legitimate retard right now. All these people are who we're warning you about. Because all they want is clicks. All they want is revenue. That's all they fucking want right now. And they're going to drum up all the fucking drama in the goddamn world because that's what they crave on. That's what they thrive on. These are some of the worst individuals you can ever fucking imagine. But hey, Mizu openly said on stream that a lot of the bigger creators know exactly who he is and talks a lot about him. I don't think it's positive, fucker. Bro, you got Kason to block you. Everybody loves Kason. This isn't a W. This is a fucking L on monumental proportion. And the reason I make a big deal out of this is, you remember, I saw all this, okay? I saw that tweet. Okay, I saw that tweet thanks to Mama Oko. My files aren't fucking working. My files aren't working. Come on. I saw that tweet thanks to Mama Oko. You know what other tweet I saw? By the way, Mama Oko agrees with Mizu. You know what other tweet I saw Mama Oko tweet out? You know what other tweet I saw? Do I still have it up? I might have deleted it. I might have closed that tab. Remember that tweet I told you about the whole NDAs? About, you know, don't violate your NDAs. Make sure you talk to your lawyer. Do all that shit. Mama Oko also retweeted that tweet. So what is it? Violate all the NDAs or don't violate your NDAs? What is it? You can't take both sides. My position is very clear. Talk to your lawyer, figure out what you can and cannot discuss, move from there. It's very easy to figure out there's good possibility that Kason deleted all of her tweets because of negativity, because they could impact her potential legal outcomes. It could lead to NDA violations. It could do a whole lot of shit. Be very careful. Talk to your lawyer. Do that first. I'm under NDAs, guys. I have NDAs that I can't even speak of. Not big NDAs. You guys wouldn't even care the NDAs that I'm under. But it's still, talk to a lawyer before talking about any sort of NDA. Smart move first. Worry about yourself. And to see Mizu come out here going, violate your NDAs, violate your NDAs, violate your NDAs. It's okay if you violate your NDA, blah, 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 blah. Mizu, in that case, if that's the position you're going to take, every time you have somebody violate an NDA and they potentially get sued, I want you to come out here and full-fledged support their legal fund. Support them. Back them up 110%. I know you won't do that because, well, you don't have any actual money, but do it. That's the right thing to do, right? If there's no issue with violating an NDA, you'd have no problem with potentially supporting their legal fund. I'm not under any NDAs that keep me from calling you retarded. Adam, I'm coming to you with an NDA. You're going to be under an NDA. You're not going to be allowed to disparage me. You're going to be allowed to talk to me, and you're not allowed to show off the dick pics I sent you. But that's fucking... Everything I just laid out there isn't rocket science. That's the weirdest thing. This is common fucking knowledge, and I have these fucking retarded V-tweeters constantly tweeting this just awful shit out, and then they start acting like, oh my god, see, I said something so based and so accurate and so right that I got blocked by one of the girls that is going through this shit right now. Look how awesome I am. And I'm like, no, that's not awesome. You're a fucking retard. They don't want to see you. Hearing again, going back to all these bigger creators, you know, there's a lot of big creators that talk about the little puddle, you know, they talk about me all the time. I hear about it all the time. Probably not in the positive that they talk about you. They probably think you're a fucking schizo. And I know they think you're a fucking schizo. Not gonna tell you how I know that. Hell, they probably think I'm a schizo, but I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I'm Dermy at the end of the day. You think I'm a schizo, you're gonna think I'm a schizo. You think I'm based, you're gonna think I'm based. You don't like me, don't like me. I don't care. But I can tell you right now, there's a lot of people that think Mama Oko and Mizu are schizos. Trust me on that one. Trust me on that one. Can't go too deep into that. But I have 3 more I want to do. 3 more videos I want to do. One of them's short. Actually, one of them's long, 2 of them are short. Let's do the 2 short ones first, because we got this from Amelie. Shut up. We got this from Amelie. It's only 2 minutes. We can bust this one out real fast, and we have her reaction and response to all this stuff. So we'll watch Amelie real quick. Again, it's just 2 minutes. It'll go by real fast. I'll turn up the speed to 1.25. It'll go by even faster. But this is Amelie talking about everything. Amelie's biggest concerns after leaving VShojo.
These past 2 days have been rough.
I just wanted to say, with all the craziness, I hope you and Nagi are still hentai sisters. Also, 50k away from 1 million raised for the IDF chat.
Let's go. Honestly, seeing the love and support being donated to the IDF is truly incredible. It just goes to show.
Here, I'm gonna have to turn this down because of her background music. Her background music sounds insane with this.
So how, like, we bounce back, you know? We are resilient. How resilient this community is. Sorry, I just saw a comment saying, did you hear about VShojo? No, what's going on? I haven't heard. I have no idea. What are you talking about? Huh?
Have you heard about VShojo? Not like I'm a part of the company, guys. Not like I'm a part of the company. Yeah, I was on a talent at VShojo. Have you heard about VShojo?
What do you mean?
To be fair, though, if I'm gonna be fair, I didn't know she was a part of VShojo until very recently, like past couple of months. Like this year is when I found out she was a part of VShojo. So if I'm gonna be real fair here.
Sorry, I saw that and I had to zero in on it. Is something wrong? My big concern right now is obviously merch and stuff, because that was a huge thing for me last year. If you guys are not aware, if you're new here, the company that I was working with before VShojo took a lot of money from me merch-wise. I was owed a lot, and it was a lot of mess, and a lot of you guys were owed a lot. There's a lot of, it was a big stinky poo-poo mess. Yeah, I had moved to VShojo to like fix all of that, and so now I'm kind of working on my third. Honestly, three strikes. Third try's the best try. I seem to have a very bad luck.
3 times the charm? Isn't that the thing? We got to get married 3 times till we find that one? Is that what you're trying to say? Amalia, will you be the first?
3rd time's the charm. That's what I'm looking for.
I'm just glad that Boss is still friends with any former VShojo members' friendship vibes.
Oh, of course. Oh, no, no, I love the talent. I love all of the members. I've been checking on them, messaging them, making sure everyone's okay, and I just want to make sure that we all stay close. They are the most important to me. That is the whole reason I wanted to join VShojo, was I really wanted that kind of like community, found family vibe. I wanted to do like a bunch of collabs. No matter what happens, is that we all kind of stick together and we all...
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, come on.
I didn't know he could go vertical like that.
There we go. Okay, we got that one out of the way, but then she did follow it up with a tweet that we're going to look over real quick. Beyond broken and betrayed by holding onto a semblance of hope, that is the other talent that I've met and formed friendships with over these past 6 months. You guys are the real ones, and I love you so much. I'm so sorry you all were suffering in silence for so long. This is all heartbreaking. This is all heartbreaking to see any of this going on, and to see people have to deal with this. It breaks. None of that's fun to see. By the way, Fuomoko's trending. What did Fuomoko do? Oh, I can't bring that one up on screen. I want to, but I can't. Oh! Shit. Okay, I could show this one. I can show this one. This is cute. This is cute. This is Peckamore playing some sort of Hololive video game. I could play this one real quick. Oh, look how cute this is. Look how cute this is. She has to hit the Mokoko head in. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. I know that everybody's like, why the fuck did you do that? I saw Fuomoko trending. I had to look at it. I had to look at why they were trending. Oh, that's the other reason they're trending. A lot of people are talking. So, okay, real quick. Over at Hololive, they have swimsuit cards coming out. A bunch of swimsuits are on their way, and I gotta be real honest with you guys. Advent swimsuits, top notch. Advent swimsuits are Wowa Mokoko. They're twins. Adam. They're twins. They're twins. I'm just gonna say that. They're twins. Okay. Back to the important stuff. You know, Fuomoko and all that. We also have Zentreya reacting. And now I know people are not gonna like listening to Zentreya's reaction. Okay? I know you guys aren't going to like this because she uses a TTS to speak. So I'm gonna put a 1.25. We're gonna have to deal with it. It's a 6-minute video. We can bust this one out.
What? Some of the money spent by the company was raised in connection with account activity, which you learned was intended for a charitable initiative. So, what? But wasn't that money should have been separate? That money should have been separate.
Yes! Holy shit, that money should have been separate the entire time. Any fucking person would have figured that out. That money should have been separate. How was it mixed together? Makes sense that I might mix funds together because I'm a retard. But I don't run a fucking billion-dollar company.
Though, how would it be? How is it? That doesn't make any sense. That money should have been put to the side, for the charity. How it was even touched, would have been. At the top would have literally been. So we probably are bankrupt.
Oh, you're 100% bankrupt. You guys are 100% getting bankrupt. Sorry, Zen, you guys are bankrupt. Granted, you've already left the company, but you guys are bankrupt. There is no coming back. You're bankrupt.
That's it. We're probably not gonna get our money. $11 million. Gone in, like, what? We were made in 2020. 2021? I don't. $11 million in about 4 years. 11 million. And probably gone even before this year.
How do you spend that much money? Like I'm trying to wrap my head around that. How do you spend $11 million in that amount of time? I don't even think spending that all on hookers and blow would blow that through. You'll snap right through. I don't. How? Granted, I'm the guy who's over here like, I could blow through $100, but that's because of inflation. Jesus Christ, I can buy 2 tanks of gas. If I had $11 million, I'm looking at that like, I buy a house. I'd buy maybe land. I'd probably still have a whole lot of money left over. I don't know what else I would buy. I don't know how you spend that much money in that amount of time.
It was. Wait. So if they took the money from last year's charity, that must have been we didn't have money before that even. What the fuck? Where did? What? Wait. So we entered last year with...
So wait, actually I didn't put that together. So they got the $11 million within 2021. That's when they got the $11 million. They would have been out of money by last year, which was 2024. So you had to run through that money within less than 3 years. How the fuck do you do that? Adam, I know you're in chat. How the literal fuck do you do that? How would you do that? I don't know if I'm actually asking the correct person there. He has space lasers and stuff like that. He has access. I don't think Adam could actually spend through that money. He'd probably get that money and go like, no, I'm just gonna put that in my little hoard. But hey, like legitimately, how do you do that? Hookers and meth? No, meth is cheaper. Meth's cheaper than blow. I don't know how you blow through that unless like, okay. Apparently they had a bunch of IRL parties. A bunch of IRL parties. Are you just blowing it on these extravagant IRL parties? Cocaine truffles? Maybe. Well, okay, here. Dumb question. You know what? I'll ask this. Okay, I'm gonna ask this. I'm gonna ask this question really fast. By the way, Legal Mindset just tweeted. What did he tweet? No, I'm going to replies real quick. Oh, that's an interesting thing. But no, I want to look at something. How much money did Creator Flash 2 Okay. So I wanted to know this. Okay, I wanted to know this for a very specific reason. I'm pulling this up, and you're gonna be wondering why the fuck am I pulling this up? Creator Clash 2. Okay, Creator Clash 2 was a charity event, and they managed to lose $250,000. And I believe that's actually how much money they said that they raised, but in reality, they ended up spending all that money on lavish galas. You managed, okay, they managed to do that all within like the span of a weekend. I need to do basic calculations right now. I need to do calculations. Pull up the calculator. So if I'm doing fast maths. So give me a moment. No. Okay, so in the span of potentially 3 years, maybe 2 years, they managed to spend 44 Creator Clash 2 amounts. They managed to spend 44 times the amount of Creator Clash 2. This doesn't seem feasibly possible at this point. You know what, bro? I think you're right. There had to have been like embezzlements going on. There had to have been something else going on, because there's no way you would spend this amount of money in that short amount of time. That I can't. I don't see how that's physically, unless you're buying a bunch of land, unless you're buying a bunch of buildings, unless you're buying so much shit, there's no feasible way to spend that amount of money in that amount of time. So you should have a whole lot of investments that you could sell off and then pay off the girls, but you don't. So where is that money? Something isn't adding up. The numbers aren't making sense. Slaves? Well, I mean, that was the talent, Adam. The talent were essentially the slaves. Just like you are. But, like, I need to look. I need to look. Again, I'm just pull up. Okay. That sounds very weird without context. I was trying to pull up another window. Okay. How many talents did VShojo have? I know this is updated and it's gonna probably say none, but I wanted to pull this up for a reason. Let's see how many talents. That's their history. Member. So Natasha Nanners, who's gone, Zentrea, Iron Mouse, Silvervale, Apricot, Hemi, and Project Melody. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's initial 7 at the beginning. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 17, 18, 20, 21, 5, 27. Okay. So they had about 27. Okay, they had about 27 talents. That is all the ones that left and all the ones that they all left, but all the ones that didn't debut, all the ones that left, all those people, they had 27 in total, okay? Throughout their entire history, because I counted all of them. I'm not accounting for like them leaving or anything like that. But you also know that these girls get like a potential stipend at the very beginning, and they get stuff like money coming into them to help do other projects, but at the same time they have other revenue sources constantly coming in. So it is a very unique kind of system on how this is all working. And like the reason I'm hammering this point and I'm trying to figure this shit out, could they have been blowing all that money on just giving the girls what they wanted the entire time? But no, but we knew that they weren't paying them out. So how the fuck were they doing anything? We know that some of the girls, at least one of them, and I don't remember which one it was. I never got that tweet. I only heard it on a Rima stream. One of them had to end up help pay for her own new VShojo model because they had to cut back on the amount of money that they were initially giving her to make her model. So then the numbers aren't adding up. Something here is not adding up, and it's driving me up a fucking wall. Something here is really, really off. But could it be all the talent? Could it be all the staff that they had to spend? Is all the staff the reason they're in this situation? Because if so, Jesus Christ. If it's all the staff, you were overstaffed. But that, I still don't think that adds up. I still don't think that fucking adds up. Because you would have to be going through $11 million within the span of basically 3 years. Something's not making sense.
No money. So we lost all $11 million from 2021 up until 2023. And we entered into 2024 with little to no money then? No.
Wait.
It must have been.
If we listen to what Zentrea is saying, then that would be 2 years? 2 fucking years? We know that they had money coming in. Where the fuck did it go?
Worse than that then to go and get money from the charity. What? I'm trying to process this. Those you care about are now paying the price. Some of us have been paying the price for a couple of years now. Stole money from a charity. That's fucking insane. You were about to throw me under the bus when you about to debut one of the larger talents. Apparently. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I obviously can't say what I want to say, for you know. I'm trying to wrap my head around where $11 million went within these little. I don't know. Like, I'm still trying to figure out where $11 million went within just less than short of. Like, 3 years or 4 years maybe? Dot.
No, it would probably have to be, you got it in 2021. You did not get that initially in 2020. You got that investment in 2021. Okay? So, if by about 2023 that all that money was gone, that's at least 2 years. I don't even think it was 3 years. I think it was gone in 2 years. I know several people said that their IRL parties are... So, okay, let's see. They spent money on those pillars. They wrapped a car. They were paying out the girls. They were throwing these extravagant parties. Mismanagement, I guess. I just... Something here doesn't make sense. I need to see their finances. Because something is not adding up in my head here. It's just not. And it's making my... Like, I want to make the joke that, hey, my small brain, you can't... Blah, 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 blah. No, I'm lost. The moment I start thinking that, because the average human brain actually can't compute $11 million. You actually, we can barely compute like over 100. We can only compute, I think basically $10,000 is what we can start computing, maybe a little bit more. So when you start putting like the millions, we really just can't visualize how much money that truly is. And the idea of being able to blow through that money is just stupid. Again, the average person, once you hit like $1 million, you buy land, you buy investments, you buy things that you can just go up in value. Yes, you're giving out some money, but you have to also have money coming in at the same time. We knew you had money coming in. How the fuck do you go through all this money? Something isn't adding up. And it's driving me up a fucking wall.
As much as I am speechless.
Well, I mean, you're usually speechless. I know that's a bad joke to say with Zentreya. She does TTS. But, I mean, come on.
Distraught. Angry. Don't go saying crazy shit to him. Don't go being crazy as fuck. That's not the answer. For the love of God. Don't.
Listen, I hear you, Zen. I hear you. But the math ain't mathin'.
Say anything or do anything that is out of line.
Okay.
Because in a situation like this, I don't know what could happen. The last thing I need on my consciousness is anything bad happening. I still want everybody to be safe. Yes, there are things that need to be answered, but I do worry sometimes, like, some people will take it too far. Trust me. I am very upset at him for a lot of reasons, for my own as well, but never would I go as far as to wish ill upon anybody.
I have been hearing a lot of the girls say this, don't wish ill upon them. Listen, don't wish ill. But like I said originally, there's this beautiful, like, scenery within Berserk that I'm really sure the staff, all the really shitty ones, they could really play around with. There's that torture room.
Now, we just have to, and see. Wait and see. There's still a lot of questions. That is quite a bit of questions there. Yeah. I really don't know what to say, though. I really don't. I just have to see what the lawyer says. What a fucking crazy day, already.
Always talk to your lawyer, always talk to your lawyer, always talk to your lawyer. I don't care who it is on the internet. The best advice out there is talk to your lawyer. By the way, hey. Ban. Bam. Legatus ain't over on Twitch, so I got that one first, Legatus. Always talk to your lawyer. Always talk to your lawyer. Don't listen to a retard on the internet unless they specifically say, "Hey, I'm a lawyer and I'm telling you talk to your lawyer." Don't listen to what anybody says. Unless they're saying talk to a lawyer, don't listen to them. Don't listen to what a fucking V-tweeter says about breaking your NDA. Talk to a lawyer.
I don't think anything prepared me for this week. NDA is not broken. Until my lawyer clarifies with me when everything is fine, I cannot say anything. Everything. Yeah. man.
I mean, I don't think they have the money to sue you or anything like that.
It doesn't matter. Don't even take that risk. Don't be the one to take that risk. Don't be the one to take that risk. Talk to your lawyer. Talk to your lawyer.
Smile.
It doesn't matter. The legal system is very complicated. What may seem clear on the outside might internally
I'll
be
keep it short,
even worse.
forensic accountant. That is all.
Until my lawyer tells
Here,
me
you need
otherwise,
one.
it's safe to say anything. Else, I have to play it safe.
Yes.
What an absolute fucking mess.
Chat reset.
My past few weeks have not been good to me. Past few months.
If the NDAs broke prior to the courts invalidating them.
We're not fucking.
No, don't. Just don't talk. Just continue down the path of, I need to talk to my lawyer. I don't want to take that risk. Do the smart thing here. Don't listen to the retards in the chat. Just don't. I know they all want the goods. They all want the juice. They all want you to break the NDA because they need it. They need it. And I would love it too. But at the same time, don't. I don't want anything bad to happen to the girls. Follow the legal system. Go through the legal system. Do the correct thing here. Don't say anything stupid. Let it all play out. Let the system play out. That is the smart move. Don't be a retard out there. Don't fall into the traps. You will get boned. You could potentially get bent over a table. It doesn't matter if they have no actual money to go after you. You don't want to be the one to potentially test that out. For all you know, Gunrun took that $11 million and is sitting there just waiting for one of you guys to slip up so he can bend you over the fucking table.
Talking about that. Man. I'm not gonna fucking say anything that's gonna get me in trouble. Get off the fucking NBA shit. I have a
Based!
fucking lawyer who's telling me to say nothing until cleared. Please understand that. I'm begging you to please understand that. I know some of you think you have the answers, but nothing is simple. Okay? Please don't go freaking harassing any of the other people to speak everything until they get approval from their lawyers as well. I just want this year to be over with. I'm tired.
Let the system audit the accounts and check where the money went. Exactly. Legitimately. I hate the system. I hate the system so fucking much. This is the safest path forward for any of these girls. If you're dealing with a fucking schizophrenic company that is willing to just write fucking NDAs for somebody's mother, don't risk it. Talk to your lawyers. Do as the lawyers say. Follow what the lawyer is laying out. It doesn't matter what some puddle retard says on the goddamn internet. Follow what the lawyers say. That's not fucking insane. And we already know that every one of these NDAs were very tailor-made for every specific situation. It doesn't even matter if that lawyer that wrote that NDA doesn't have a legal license. You don't want to be the one to test that out. Follow the system. You're crossing your T's and dotting your I's on this one. You're saying everything correctly on this one. It's not like me coming out here and saying button. This is me coming out here saying button. You are being very careful with what you are doing and what you are saying. That could easily explain why Kason had to go out and delete a bunch of shit her lawyer told her to. It's so fucking insane to think that there's people saying, break the NDA, break the NDA, break the NDA, the company's gone. No, there's no bankruptcy filed yet, and even when the bankruptcy is filed, you're still technically under NDA. That does not get rid of the does not get rid of the NDA. You are not allowed to speak until your lawyer says you can speak. Don't play that game. I get it. It was fucking awesome seeing Vay go out there and just drop it. Nanners going out there just dropping it. It's fucking awesome. They need to clear with their lawyer first. They are all already in peril because they are definitely a large amount of the funds misappropriating. Yep.
Man, I'm tired of shit getting thrown at me. Tired of being thrown under the bus. Tired of being constantly.
I get why she's feeling like this, because to remind you guys, Zintrayer, founding member. She was one of the first people that was actually there. Simultaneously, she has been fighting for this company tooth and nail the entire time. And obviously, she was getting mistreated. She was getting harassed. She constantly promoted this company. She constantly did so much for this company. And now she's facing all this stuff. Yeah, she gets the right to be tired. And I don't want people going out there telling her break her NDA, because I find that so fucking retarded. She left a company that she loved not just about a few weeks ago. She cared about this company, and now it's all crumbling down around her. Yeah, I could feel, I can understand her feeling fucking depressed and tired about this shit. She gets to. That's her right now.
Harassed. Tired of being lied to. Tired of this whole situation. I swear, I just keep thinking, like, what would have happened if any of those larger talents actually did debut? I would have been happy for them, but I would have just, I don't know, I probably would have just quit altogether. People were very ugly to me when, you know, the auditions and everything, and I took it.
Listen, I don't know what Zendrea actually looks like. I don't know who Zendrea actually is. I've always seen her, I've seen plenty of clips of her. She seems very real, very down to earth, very kind. She seems like she's been mistreated and treated like garbage by the company, lied to, manipulated, and I can understand why she is. Part of me really just wants to give her a hug right now. Zendrea tweeted, this was a few weeks ago, Zendrea tweeted out something super nice in which she basically bought a brand new dog for her dad because their dog passed away. Her dad was extremely depressed about it. As time went on, she found a new dog for her dad. They went to go pick it up and she paid for it. She wouldn't let her dad pay for it. She paid for it. Stories like that really, it hits home just how human these individuals are. They're not just anime avatars with big boobies. They are humans. There's somebody behind that avatar. And to know that they're feeling the way they are right now, it does hurt you. It does hurt. And I can kind of relate to some of the things that they're talking about right now. I can't go into too much specifics. There's not NDAs, but it's bullshit drama that I've been a part of in the past. And it's stuff that I didn't want to be a part of. It's stuff that was brought to my table, brought to my feet. And I don't ever want to actually deal with that shit. And I can really relate to how they're feeling right now. Because by the time, legitimately, when I was going through that shit, I wanted to just wrap it up. I wanted to shut it all down. I wanted to just go away because I was so fucking tired of that high school drama shit. I could just imagine what they're going through. Yes, I can relate at some level, but at the same time, just thinking about what they're all dealing with right now, it is exhausting. It legitimately is some of the most exhausting shit ever, and they're doing it on an exponential level than what I had to go through.
With a smile, I tried reassuring people that they were still gonna happen, even though people really just sick of me.
Come on, we didn't have to do that part. We didn't have to do this part. But that was Zendrea there. I have one more video I would like to go through, and then we're gonna start trying to wrap it up because there's not a whole lot else. Well, actually, before we get to that final video, I do have this. We're not gonna watch his clips, but Evan, I'm not even gonna Evan. Okay, I'm not even gonna try to say his whole name. I wasn't gonna talk about VShojo ever again, truly, but the response angered me. LOL. Anyway, Purple Sight. I'm going to look so forward to this because this is the dude that initially hinted about some of the very fucked up shit out there and openly said he won't ever talk about it until Iron Mouse leaves. And this is from Azehara, and he responded to this. He knows that people are waiting for this now. He knows that this is something people want to know about. I'm looking forward to that one. When he does this one, I will actually bring this whole thing up, and we'll talk about it at a much different level. We'll go over what he said in the past versus what he said now. So give that some time to breathe and relax a little bit. But before we wrap up, okay, before we start wrapping up, and I have a nice little thing to help us wrap up. I got some nice little wrap up. That way we're not so depressed and angered and wanting to just, oh god damn, there's a longer version of the Silver Veil thing. I wish I saw that earlier. But we have this from Giga. Okay, this comes from Giga, and it's 20 minutes long. This one came out today, but Giga responds to VShojo's gun runs apology, okay? And I believe I already have this one set. No, I'm gonna set this one to 1.25. This is Giga's response to it. I did see Matara's response, and Matara's response really was just, hey, let the system play through. I'll talk more about it when I can. Kind of insinuating she really doesn't want to deal with it. She also doesn't want a bunch of negativity out there because she did warn that, hey, there's good people out there, but I don't want anything really nasty or bad to ever happen. So whatever. It was it felt more like a nothing burger in my big general opinion. But I want to see what Giga has to say.
I don't want to be like, oh, I just won't say anything, blah, 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 because I feel like I've always been someone who tries to keep you guys informed, to keep proper information going. If I don't say anything, then a lot of misinfo is just what gets spread. And I think a lot of people could get hurt on all sides could get hurt a lot worse or in ways they shouldn't, you know. So I'm just trying to be a voice of reason there. I don't love, like, you know, whenever someone else has drama, I don't like.
Evan has done stream and skirt. I don't listen. Okay. Listen. I've done a stream in booty shorts, and I've done a stream dressed up as Nami, time skip Nami. So I had the bikini top and everything. I can't really judge. Granted, that was Halloween. No, well, let's be fair. I do that to scare people.
Talking about it. I only talk about things that pertain.
What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Oh, that's Chibidoki. I saw my fucking phone alerted me that somebody just went live, and it was like, did Mousy just go live out of the blue? No, that's Chibidoki.
To me, and I love not talking about stuff, but when it's something that could cause people issues, I flip, you know, and I'm like, all right, I actually will talk a lot. So apologies, because I know my community is not used to me sitting there ruminating on stupid dramatic, though I wouldn't consider this drama, which is why I'm talking about it, right? So just apologies. I don't know.
I agree. This isn't drama. This is actual news. This is an actual scandal. This is a monumental thing. Then I'm in danger. No, you're not in danger, Owen. You're not in danger. Okay. I just like to creep people out.
I hate circling on things that are like that, like negative. We talk about like video games and I don't know, the Pennsylvania ice trade or whatever. You know, but, you know, there's some things that if I'm highly concerned something is at a certain level, I can talk about a little more. There are things that if I see something already outed, I could talk a bit more. If I'm worried that something could be harmful and I want to clarify it, I could talk a bit more, etc. So, you know, I'm just going over that. But yeah, I typed out my initial thoughts at the very least, and then I've sent those over to be looked at, and I'm going to post them soon.
That is smart. What she's doing right there is smart. She typed up initial thoughts and then she sent them over to be looked at. I'm willing to bet a lawyer. Make sure that all your dots are crossed, all your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed. Make sure you're not saying something that you shouldn't say. Yeah, that's a smart move. Man, more people should be advocating for shit like that.
Talk a little, I guess. Vast amount of this I just do not believe. I do not believe. I will also say this is the person who I would hear from friends every convention they went to. Oh yeah, he covered our dinner. It was so cool. We all had dinner and he covered the whole bill. Yeah, he sent me home in an Uber. He paid for Uber Black, etc., etc. You know, I'm
paid for Uber Black. Whew. Bros, I have to do Uber XL. Whenever I do have to, like, whenever I travel, like when I go to Vegas for F&T shit, or when I go somewhere, I usually get an Uber to the hotel or something like that. I have to do Uber XL because, well, I'm a big guy. I'm 6'5", over 300 pounds. I'm a giant of a man. I have to do that. There is no, I could just use another Uber because I usually can't fit into most vehicles. Paying for Uber XL is expensive. I've seen the prices of an Uber Black. That shit is pricey. Oh, boy.
Used to hearing these things. I'm used to hearing these things for a long time. This is someone who has other monetization sources and stuff outside of all this stuff. So I'm not saying that's where it went. I'm not even saying that. I'm saying this person has this money, whether it's that exact money or other money from other business ventures. This is a person who has been doing fine financially from what we've seen. And I think it's a lot easier for someone like that to stand up there and go, I take responsibility, when they, by all accounts that I've heard and seen, seem to be doing fine. You know, whether he ends up being financially affected by this or not, you know, there are a lot of people, not just him, there are a lot of people who've already made their money. If the company is closing this month, what that means is there are a lot of people who have been on and paid through this time. There's some who took pay cuts. There's some who didn't get paid here and there as well. But there are people who have been paid this whole time. There's some people who've been, you know, they stopped a couple months ago or whatever, but they were getting paid up until then. There are people.
Gunrun has all the money in the world to go out and do a bunch of shit. He's financially stable. He fucked over a bunch of other people. I fuck shit.
Who did a lot throughout their time there. There are people who did a lot of nothing throughout their time there. Also, no, guys, do not say stupid ass legal shit unless you are a lawyer advising me, because you are my lawyer. Okay.
Agreed. The only legal advice you should take is from your own unique lawyer. Yes, this isn't legal advice. This is just fucking common sense. Talk to your lawyer, get your own legal attorney, listen to them. Don't listen to me.
In chat, I want to make that clear. A lot of people spreading a lot of misinformation about NDAs and how they work. The majority of comments I see about it are completely incorrect. I just want to make mention of that.
Based. God damn, I shouldn't be stopping, but that gets me so riled up. The fact that nobody understands, all the people that don't know how NDAs work are coming out here screaming about how NDAs work. No, you've never been under an NDA. I've been under an NDA. Nothing like this. Like, my NDAs are old. No, I don't think I'm under 1 right now, actually. No, I don't think I am technically under 1. But like if I am under 1, it's in regard to my day-to-day business, and that's just to make sure we don't spill like trade secrets or anything like that. I don't think I am under 1, but I practically am under 1. But I'm not going to talk about that shit. I'm not going to talk about what the trade secrets are, because none of you guys are going to fucking care about what the trade secret is, because it's fucking agriculture feed shit. Okay? You guys aren't going to care about, oh, how much corn we put in this and how much Raminson we put over here. You're not going to fucking care about that shit. That's why I don't go around talking about the NDAs I'm under, because it's shit like that. But these people are under actual, like, real big time NDAs. That, yes, we want to know what the secrets are, but those are under big time NDAs. My little NDAs, I don't go around talking about it, not just because you guys are bored, but because it's like, you know what? I kind of don't want to go through that legal process. Let's just not. And by the way, I didn't violate, if I am under an NDA, I didn't violate anything because I didn't even tackle what it might be over. Okay. Oh, I know that what they might have done with the funds, they might have bought a secondhand jet. I mean, yeah. I never talked about NDA, so I'm not in the retard category, but I'm the dumb one. Listen, but I'm in the dumb one. We're both dumb, don't get us wrong. But when it comes to NDAs, talk to your lawyer.
Okay, but I googled it. At Grok, is this real? At Grok, how does this NDA work? Tweet from Gunrun. It's on the VShojo account, but it's signed off as from Gunrun, so anything I say relating to it really is to him, not addressing the whole company. He wrote, here, I'll put it on the screen for you. I assume he wrote, probably PR or lawyer, whatever, assisting. He wrote, VShojo's failed. I've mismanaged the company into the situation you're all witnessing. So today I'm sharing the difficult news that VShojo's shutting down. And I take full responsibility for the decisions that led us to this point. I want to say, saying you take responsibility verbally is cool and all. It changes nothing about the situation. It changes absolutely nothing. Do I think it's nice to say this? Yes. Do I think the person who is ultimately responsible should say this? Yes. However, their words. That's it. He said, continuing, I've been doing everything I can to fundraise and right the ship these past few months, but despite my efforts, we are in a worse position, and those I care about are now paying the price. Yeah, I mean, the only stuff that's been visible to me this whole time to right the ship has been attempts at fundraising, and, you know, some staff leaving because they were, like, not really able to get paid anymore, or whatever the reasoning is.
I mean, yeah, they fired a bunch of people. They fired a bunch of people. This is a joke of a statement. Oh, yeah, I hated this statement. This was ridiculous. DSP makes better statements. That's saying something.
Those are the best efforts. That's it. Those are the best efforts. And that's pretty much, from what I know, from what I'm aware of, what his job has been the whole time, is to just keep trying to find fundraising. I have not really seen many other efforts to make things profitable. There was like one other effort that was a good idea, but was executed very poorly and went not well. So
Wait. So Gunn's entire like his entire thing that he did this entire time was just fundraising. So the fuck? Keemstar makes better lies? Yep. You mean to sit here and tell me all you did was fundraise and you never once got the funds, and then when you did the one thing that to try to make somebody profitable, you failed there too? Then what the fuck have you been doing? Legitimately, if your whole thing is just fundraising and you haven't been able to fundraise, what the fuck have you been doing? This company is fucking a failure. Always was. Oh, true. He needed to figure. Listen, listen, bro. You're right. He had to steal, but the cancer kids put up a fight. So he stole from the debilitating disease over there. The cancer kids and the lost puppies, they put up a vicious fight for their money. So he had to steal from the people that are basically quarantined their entire life. That's what he had to do there. That's what happened there. Man, those cancer kids, they're vicious. They bite. The puppies, lost puppies, they peed on me.
So even if the idea here and there was good, the execution made that impossible to work out. So therefore, the only thing that was really being done in a positive direction was fundraising from the perspective that I had. He continues, over the past few years, we raised around 11 million to pursue a bold. I want to say that was one time, that was an initial seed round investment. I asked questions about that, and that was just the seed round, and that was it. To pursue a bold, talent-first approach in VTubing, prioritizing creators and community over short-term profits to achieve long-term sustainability. I don't know why he's writing this. It just sounds like another advertisement for a company that's not going to exist.
It does sound like an advertisement. The more you think about it, it was like, hey, listen, we were trying this brand new thing, this bold strategy, this awesome thing that was be talent first and everything else. It did kind of sound more like an advertisement for stuff that doesn't exist anymore. Unless he's also trying to act like, oh, I'm going to be in charge of another one. I'm just going to destroy this one and make a new one. Well, fuck off.
Mentioning the 11 million investment is fine. Talent first approach, this has been disproven in many ways. I do think a lot of the staff attempted this genuinely. I think things in our contracts, some of it reflected that, you know, in relation to like us owning our IPs. I guess. Our funding went directly to our creators through generous splits, debut investments, infrastructure, concerts, events, and staffing, all designed to support them. Okay, generous splits, I cannot comment right now on exact splits or anything. I think that's a bad idea. I will say, is it better?
I want to know what your split was, Giga. Giga, let me know what your split was. I love you, darling. Listen, darling. You know you can't. You can tell me, don't listen to me. But tell me, don't listen to me.
Better than what I've heard about from some other VTuber companies? Yes. However, I don't think we should ever in this industry compare how anything goes to other VTuber companies as if there's some magical different thing from regular talent agencies. A standard talent agency and talent management company in the Western sphere, usually the splits are a lot better and things are just, it's just that model. I think taking this company and comparing it to VTubing agencies is a really good way to make it look better.
You know what? You're probably right. When you actually take a look at VShojo, it was not a normal like agency. And if you do compare it to like a thing like Phase Connect, Hololive, Niji Sanji, it does look so much better. It does. Talent first. You own your IP, blah, 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 blah. But in reality, it was nothing more than, well, worse than Niji Sanji. And that's really saying something.
That's what I think about that. Debut investments, yeah, I mentioned that they covered a little bit of stuff for my debut. I already paid a lot of it myself before that time as well, and they covered some things by the time I decided I was joining. Infrastructure, what infrastructure? A lot of the stuff that I know I took advantage of was stuff that third parties had, that maybe they were helping us out for free, or maybe some of them did get paid a little bit, I don't know. Concerts, yeah, there was one, it happened, I joined.
Wait, actually, I'm going to go back to something. They said debut investments, but she spent the majority of her money on her own debut, so their investments aren't even that much. They're not even really offering anything there. So okay, then everything you just laid out there was nonsense. A lot of people, all these investments, they aren't that much. So then, ultimately, what we're figuring out here is that the money had to have just gone up in coke. That's about it. In actuality, it was all a hoax. Yep. So
I wasn't part of it. I did sit in VC with everyone and watch it, which was cool. Any other concerts after that were not anything that this company paid for. That was the talents themselves, like Mouse's concert, Michi's concert, right? Their own individual ones. Those were their concerts. The funding did not go to those. It only.
Okay, this is becoming more and more enlightening. So they funded one concert and then no other concerts. Okay, so then you weren't really giving the girls any money out of that $11 million. So where the fuck did it go?
It went to the first one. It went to one concert, singular. Unless there's something I don't know, but as far as I know, I don't know. I'm pretty sure from what I've heard from members, they paid for those themselves. Events, what events do you guys remember? What events do you guys remember? At least in my time there, which was basically the past 2 years. Maid Cafe, maybe? Getting some standees and having us do some con walk-arounds, maybe paying for, not Oscar walking us around, that was his own thing, but paying for, like, if we had the robot, maybe renting that or something. I don't know if we owned that or not. We might have owned one of those bots, maybe. Nikkei collab? No, that was a sponsorship. Nikkei paid us. The company's funding did not cover that. They paid.
Shit, the more she brings up, the more I'm like, what the fuck did that $11 million go to? What the fuck did you guys spend that money on? Because at least I was gonna be able to say maybe a good chunk of it did go to the girls, and we're just, you know, dividing it up, figuring that out. And now I'm like, no, none of that went to the girls. So what did you spend that money on? If what Giga is saying is true, they did shit. They absconded with $11 million, and we don't know what. That's the like I don't want to speculate. I'm trying to play the game the right way, the way the girls that wanted to do it, but my mind's just racing on this $11 million, and the more info I get, the more I'm like, what the fuck happened? Where the fuck did it go? Because party, like, if I try to add it all up, I know you did the marketing, the car, parties, You gave some money to the girls, but apparently not that much money to the girls. You had money coming in. You had to have, because of all the sponsors. But then you weren't doing anything. So then, my head is racing with thoughts, and I can't figure it out. Like, everything she's breaking down here is like, you didn't do any of these things. You didn't do any of these things. You didn't do any of these things. You didn't spend money on these things. Concert sets was all these guys. You did this. No, you didn't. These guys did this. You did this. No, you didn't. These guys did this. So then what did you spend your money actually on? Can you help, chat? Like, outside of hookers and blow, like, legitimately. The sad thing, I think hookers and blow is the legitimate answer.
Us to do that. And staffing. This is true. One of my major concerns was the amount of money going towards staff. We had a lot of staff, and I thought that was cool and all, but I didn't think we could afford it. I also only knew a few staff members the entire time I was there. I, within the last few months, received an org chart that showed me who all the remaining staff at that time were, and a list of what they did, and there were so many names on there that I didn't know. There were a lot of staff.
Are we serious here? Are we serious here? Is there legitimately a chance that the reason, the no joke, the reason the $11 million went away is because they were just overstaffed? If that's the truth, Jesus Christ, how much staff did you have? Because let me lay this out here. If I was at a peak, okay? If I was at my peak, making a bunch of money every single stream, not like if I was super successful right now, I would potentially pay for, no joke, I would probably pay for at least 2-3 people. Maybe 2-3 people. That would be my staff. I would be Gal, it'd be Bug, and somebody else to help out with clips. So Bug, Gal, Bug and another clipper, and Gal. Those would be the 3 people I would potentially need. Maybe not Bug, maybe somebody else, but you get that general idea. 2 editors and Gal, because Gal puts up a lot of shit. I kind of have to pay her. Where would that? I can figure that out. Granted, I'm one man. I don't need that much. But then we break this out to an agency. Sakura, bitch, you owe me money. No, I don't. You're fuck off. Fuck off. Adam, I'm your eternal sin. You brought me into the streaming world. Your punishment is having to deal with me. You don't get paid for that. That's a benefit. Anyways, though, I'm sitting here and I'm crunching these numbers and I'm thinking about it. Sakura over at Face Connect. How many people do they potentially have on staff? I know they haven't really fully talked about it, but they sell a lot of coffee. They obviously run some stuff. I'm willing to bet he utilizes some decent structures here or there. They probably have a decent sized staff, but not that big of a staff. But they have a lot of talent. A lot of talent. At least for their size. Actually, even when I think about their size right now, here I'm looking some. I'm using Face Connect right now because that's where my brain's going. Hololive is another beast all on its own. I'm not even gonna try to tackle Hololive. I'm using Face Connect. Face Connect. I want to open up their wiki. Face Connect wiki. History 21, 25. I want to go down to. Okay, I'm bringing up their members right now over on Face Connect, okay? So, Rinkusha, Leah, Nasa, I can't speak. We got Leah, we got Nasa, we got Pipkin Pippa, Tenma, Izui, Bujuku, Urika, Lori. So that's out the gate. They started with 7. Then they added on 2 more, Lumi and Yuri. Lumi. So then that becomes 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh yeah, I forgot Mari's a part of it now. 15, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25, 26, 7, 28, 29, 30, 31. So that's 31 talents. They also have JP talents, which I didn't realize they had JP talents, but that's also JP talents. They have 31 different talents that are associated with them. Okay? Okay, 31. And all these talents have different contracts, obviously, different cuts, different things that they do there. And then we go down here, known staff. These are the known people that are a part of their staff. Obviously, Sakana, founder and CEO. Mino. So then they have 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, 11, 16. That's how many people we know they have. 16 people altogether. 16 staff, 20-some talent. That's 30-some people. And it wasn't until, I want to say, last year when Lumi was doing an interview with Sakana. It wasn't until last year that they said that they were in the black. Like, the black? I always get it mixed up. They were like, okay. They were just fine. They were financially stable. It wasn't until last year, I want to say. Maybe it was 2 years ago that he said that. But that FaZe Connect can do this. FaZe Connect is successful here. When we go back over to VShojo, I have to bring back up their wiki. Give me a moment. Over on VTuber wiki, VShojo had less talent. Oh wait, let me just start back straight down. VShojo had less talents, okay, over the course of time. This is including all the other talents that they never even debuted. They had less talents. But you start looking through their entire staff, already they have more staff than FaZe Connect. If you already have more staff, like if these are all staff members, you have more than FaZe Connect. Because when you hop back over to FaZe Connect, scroll down to staff. Staff covers 1, 2, 3, 4 areas. VShojo covers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different areas. And like the 4th area is like cut off. So there has to be even more staff that we don't even know about that is still a part of the company that is still bad. And they were also losing staff. But they were also one of the largest at the time. So they had to have money just rolling in. Something is not adding up and it's driving me up a wall.
Staff that were in and out before that too. So I just, most of the time there had no real visibility on staff. I'll read out some parts of my written statement in a moment to go over some of that stuff. It said all designed to support them. I'm sorry, I just don't feel like 11 million's worth of support was really given to the members that were there from the beginning. I feel like a lot of that went into things that didn't really provide for them in the end.
And what was that 11 million going to? Giga, we need to merge brains because I'm really curious. This is driving me up a fucking wall.
We also wanted talent to own their IP. I mean, why are we even saying this? This is something that is standard for any talent agency in the Western sphere. The only time this doesn't happen, for the most part, in this industry and in content creation tends to be with some JP VTuber agencies, but this is a Western.
I mean, FaZe Connect, you don't own your you don't own your IP really with FaZe Connect, although maybe you do. Mari was Mari before she joined FaZe Connect, so she's still Mari of FaZe Connect now. You might actually own
one, so this is not anything incredible to mention, which we knew was a unique creator first approach for an agency. Again, not unique for an agency, maybe for a VTuber agency when comparing to the other 2 big ones, and that's it. Despite all our efforts, the business failed to generate the revenue we needed to sustain that model, and eventually we ran out of money. Yeah, this is true. Their efforts were efforts in the wrong direction. I think they had some times where they were trying new things that maybe would make money. I pointed out multiple times how those weren't going to work. I didn't think they were going to work. I thought they were kind of dead in the water, and they still spent money on them and worked on them. And I said, I don't see the point. And then they would like drop the ideas or realize they have to pivot or it wouldn't work out. And then I was like, okay, well, we already spent the money on it, right? Okay. And then additionally, I acknowledge that some of the money spent by the company was raised in connection with talent activity, which I later learned was intended for a charitable initiative. Look, I'm going to need a receipt to know when this was found out or something to make me believe this. Is this?
Yeah. Nobody believes that. Nobody believes that. Because in order to believe that, you would have to then believe that we have to then believe that your entire company, the entire time you were putting Mousie's money with your general funds. Nobody can believe that. And if you were doing that, you are such an awful company. You were embezzling. You don't even deserve to ever have been a company. If you were merging Mousie's funds with your actual general funds, you are a goddamn retard. Why the fuck would you ever fucking do that? Mousie's fund should have been Mousie's fund put into a separate bank account that you don't really touch outside of when Mousie tells you to touch it. That's it. The fact that you potentially put it with your general funds, you're retarded.
Possible? Maybe. I'm going to need to see something to believe that. From what I know, if I had money of mine that in some way went into the company, they knew what it was for. This was a weird case, the charity money, because typically you send charity money straight to a service to get it to them first. This was in relation to Mouse's subathon, which means somehow she had to get money that went to her for subscriptions. It had to get over to the charity and having, like that go to them first. This was a weird case with how the payment worked.
But it makes more sense when you just listen to Mousie, how she had her funds managed and stuff. She didn't want to really deal with it herself. She wanted to start doing it more herself, but for the most part, she had them take care of her funds. So that was how Mousie kind of described it. So they did have control over her YouTube and Twitch, like those areas. Normal people don't have that. The rest of them didn't have that. So that was a special case. So yes, she is right. But when you add that little mixture in, that makes more sense. But again, that should have gone into a Mousie account, not general funds.
It was said on stream what was going on. A lot of this was talked about and publicly known, right? And we talked about, oh yeah, half is going to go to charity and all of this. The only way he could have maybe not known about anything is if he literally had his eyes closed, which I do think he did a lot of the time while doing his work, and I'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, I think he would have had to have his eyes closed and not be looking at the screen, genuinely. So at the time, we were working hard to raise additional investment capital to cover our costs. This is true. They were trying to raise investments because it seems to be the only strategy that they were able to really do here. And I firmly believed, based on the information available to us, that we would be able to do so and cover all expenses. I don't know why he firmly believed that. Again, I'm no stranger to startups. Most startups fail. Most startups, after their first investment, do not get invested in again, and they end up closing. This is standard. They usually fail. To make it past that and get a second investment is on the more rare side. And you have to be able to prove to investors reasons why they should believe that you are going to soon, or with additional investment, become over time profitable. I knew some about what I had been told, and I was able to see that we were not on that track and had no solid plans to become, properly on this track. So I was like, there's no way an investor would look at this and think this is good. So either this is a lie or he actually was that incompetent. Pick one. I don't know. We were unsuccessful in our fundraising efforts. I made the decision to pursue funding, and I own its consequences. He was not the only person in those discussions. I know people that I spoke directly to in meetings who talked about they would use the word, we are trying to do this, we are pursuing funding. Other individuals who also were talking to people about these things. I do think it is ultimately on him as the CEO. Absolutely, yes. But this is he's not the only person who did this stuff. So I'm deeply sorry to all the talent, staff, friends, and community members who believed in our brand. You did not deserve this. I will say, I think the road to hell is paved with good intentions. I am not absolving him of anything here. I do think he started out like...
I don't think the path of... the path of hell is paved with good intentions, but I don't think good intentions were here. At some level, I think malicious intent did start creeping up. And maybe Gunn himself didn't have malicious intent, but a lot of the other individuals that was a part of the company that did have malicious intent. They had some sort of power that they wanted to just flex the entire time, and they just flexed it.
Actually thinking he could do this, genuinely. I will say that much. That being said, I mean, what are we saying here? Like, pleading face emoji, I'm so sorry. Like, I talked about this yesterday. I had meetings with leadership, and this does not mean only him, with leadership, talking about my thoughts on how things were going and how it was not going to go well, and I was concerned. At that time, if it was known that things were going so poorly, someone could have made the call to cut the losses, to say, we need to cut a lot of staff right now. That's our big spend is staff salaries. We need to cut certain projects. These are big spends as well. Let's liquidate some things that we have, whatever. See what our money situation is. Pay money out to talent so that we're getting close to or not as much in debt. Maybe pay the charity first. Talk to us about it and go, look, we owe this money to you guys, but we also owe to charity. Here's what we want to do. We could have just talked about it. It still would have been bad. It would have been less bad. And a conscious...
It probably would have also not led to you guys doing all this, bleeding everybody, and having all these situations come down. I think I've said this every day this week. If you just pay the charity money, yeah, you'd probably still be going under, but a lot of people would still be like positive on you. All you had to do was pay the charity money and you wouldn't be in this shit situation that you're in right now. Nobody would be wanting to leave the company. Nobody would be hating you. People would be just like really frustrated with you. But in the grand scheme of things, you would have just been a company that failed. Now you're a malicious company, and a lot of the secrets have been coming out. And yeah, nobody can really run away from this now. All you had to do was pay the fucking charity. All you had to do was pay the charity. Jesus Christ, that's all you ever had to fucking do was pay the goddamn charity. The fact you didn't pay the charity, you're in this whole situation. The company's shutting down. Everybody hates you. You were now in a worse position than Niji Sanji. Like, Niji Sanji is still sitting over there like, shit, dude, we protected a sex pest for years, and nobody's talking about that now. They're talking about fucking VShojo. Jesus Christ. All you had to do was pay a goddamn charity.
This decision was made to not do that. So, Anyway, I'm going to read my reply now. This is what I replied to the tweet. I said, VShojo didn't just fail. Many staff and leadership failed VShojo. I'm not going to name any specific people for the record. I don't want to point fingers at anyone right now. There's more information that's needed. And even then, I don't know if I want to be the one worrying about that stuff. But I just want that to be known. That this is not just one person. It's impossible for this to have been one person and no one else knew, right? Do I think some of those other people maybe had the power to do anything? Probably not for a lot of them. That's really case by case for each person. But, I think we shouldn't pretend that he's the only person in this situation, right? I said, instead of using talent money on operating costs, the company should have shut down or at least informed us, but you instead used us as cash cows to keep things afloat while keeping us in the dark. Again, This was a conscious decision. You chose to keep the expensive sinking ship going and felt it was fine to keep paying out to staff you were friends with instead of putting talent first. You made it abundantly clear that you're okay with not prioritizing the debts owed to the talent who made this company what it is. Again.
Amen.
This was a conscious decision. While saying you will take full responsibility is the correct thing to do, I also think there are many others in the company without the same positive intent as conveyed in this message. Again, these were all conscious decisions. In every leadership or staff call I had, you sat back and didn't say much while you had other staff members that were clearly the ones doing the actual work be the ones to speak. Again, I sat in meetings with people, or some of them weren't just me, were other members as well, hearing talk about a lot of these things. Maybe not to the extent that we know now, obviously. A lot of this is newer information.
Granted, okay, just give some pushback. Obviously, she knows more than me. She's already said that like his main thing that he was going around doing was like just fundraising the entire time. I'm gonna do some granted here, okay? I've been in a lot of corporate meetings over the past couple of years. A lot of corporate meetings. Usually, the people that do the most of the talking are the people that are supposed to be talking at that period of time. So your CFOs, your CEOs, your accountants, individuals like that. So like, well, granted, he was a CEO, but you get what my point is. We're talking about the finances now. The finance guy is going to come up. We're going to talk about this position. This guy's going to come up. You get that general feel here. Granted, at the same time, the CEO usually has the final say and usually talks a little bit and understands what's everything going on. It kind of sounds like he wasn't doing that aspect. So yes, a lot of people probably would have been talking, like even at the place I work now. Again, I don't really talk a whole lot about how it's structured or any like specific details. But when I do go into like a corporate meeting, like one of those important meetings that we do every so often, finance guy does finance shit. These people are going to talk about this stuff. This guy's going to talk about this stuff. Or people that want to go out there and talk about like all these events we are going to be putting on to help with marketing and help with some of the campaigns we're doing and some of the things we're going to be doing for the company and some of the people that work for the company. Hey, they're going to come up and talk about all this stuff that we're playing out, like our Christmas parties or things like that. Then the CEO comes up, does his little spiel, talks about it, says, hey, you listen, okay? We're here to talk. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're working really hard. We're trying our best. We're doing all this. It's going to be a long time. Words of encouragement, words of stuff, even if it falls on deaf ears, but he's doing the right thing and doing the leadership stuff. So I can say if you're doing meetings, that's kind of a common occurrence there. At the same time, it doesn't sound like he was an actual CEO. He sounds like he was a guy that was just trying to go around and find funny money the entire time.
Some of the recent stuff, but knowing that there were issues, bring up concerns, there were other people answering our questions.
And by the way, what I just said there doesn't just equate for the company I work at right now. That equates for several different companies that I've worked for in several different corporate environments I've been in. It has been a multitude of times in which I have seen this exact style play out. Money guy comes up, talks about the money. Event person comes up, talks about events. Parts person comes up, talks about parts. That's just how it works. That's how the corporate structure kind of works. So I'm not going to give too much shit about that aspect.
Other people who were sitting there talking to us about our concerns, so they knew what our concerns were. Whether or not they actually could help is a different story. Some of them just did not have the ability to do anything about that. But we did not only talk to him. There was one meeting where we did just talk straight to him. And I spoke to my manager and some other people in the company very clearly about all the things that were told to him in that meeting. So more information from my end was shared. And then I said, we know which leadership worked on our contracts. He did not sit there and write them, for the record. We know which leadership constantly sat in VC playing games with staff instead of working on time-sensitive tasks for events and debuts. This is something that I brought up multiple times. There were staff members that I couldn't get a hold of at times, or were supposed to be working on a thing, and I knew it was taking time. And I mentioned something to someone else who was also NDA'd, and they said, oh, a couple of names have been in VCs playing nothing but certain games all day. And I said, can you show me proof? And they would check in throughout the day and send regular screenshots going, yep, still in VC, yep, still screen sharing this game. You know, do I think people should be...
Listen. When you're at work, do work. You can sit in VC, but at the same time, do work. Actually, I can't do work and sit in VC. There's a lot of times where I want to be sitting in VC. Jesus Christ, my glasses are all bothering the shit out of me. There's several times I've been wanting to, you know, sit in Discord VC and just chat with you guys while I'm doing stuff. But when I'm not on stream, I'm either at my day job or I'm editing a video. And I can't work when I'm on a VC because I want to chat. So yeah, do your work first, then do chat. Okay? On your lunch break, go and chat, play a game. But if you're supposed to be working, why the fuck are you doing anything else? And Jesus Christ, I hate that my fucking glasses are fogged up. It's bothering the shit out of me right now. All it was one little fog spot, and now my entire glasses are fogged up. What the fuck? It's bothering me. I need to get a different fiber rag. I might just have to deal with the clouds for a little bit. Try to clean it when I get a drier rag. Oh god, that is nigh impossible. That is nigh impossible right now. Sprayed something I shouldn't have sprayed on them. Okay, that is better. That's better.
Allowed to play games sometimes, absolutely, but when people are waiting on some shit, come on. When you're getting paid as a full-time employee, when funding, we're owed money. Funds are getting paid.
Have a good night, Legatus.
For you to sit there and do that. I brought this up and said, this is happening. You have full-time employees doing this. And this is without me knowing that the company was so in debt. I was just bringing it up because I was like, yo, you got workers doing this. And one of my complaints at the time was just, I don't feel like I get this many full-time employees worth of support for all of us. And I'm noticing this as well. This is a problem. It was me pointing that out. This wasn't even about the money at the time, you know? And I was aware of this, and I made people aware of this many, many, many months ago. Continuing, some more lines. It said, we know which staff consistently leaked information about talent. Yeah, several of us had our trust breached so many times. A lot of my...
The moment you have your trust breached, you need to leave. I'm sorry. The moment your trust gets leaked, you need to leave right the fuck away, because it doesn't make any sense. If they're leaking shit, you fire that person immediately, but then you have to leave because they leaked valuable information about you. It doesn't matter what that information is, you just need to leave. That means the company doesn't care. If they're not going to crack down on the person that leaked that information, bro, what the fuck are you even doing there still?
Projects were getting talked about at events, because I would have a friend message me and go, oh my god, I was at this event and I heard about this thing. That's so cool. And I would go, what do you mean you heard about that thing? This is only something that I discussed in my Discord and with my own staff. And they'd be like, yeah, I saw a picture of like this merch item you got coming up. And I'm like, what the f are you talking about? And then they would tell me certain staff members' names, or sometimes they would just say a staff member showed me this thing, told me about that thing, which is terrible. There were times that some people did things physically and didn't want it to be known, that they were like going to this one dinner or something like that. That was talked about to random people that shouldn't have known. Stuff like that. Just completely breaching privacy to a horrific degree. Again, we're VTubers, right? We don't talk about this stuff. We trust our company to protect this stuff. There was one person who I know doesn't show themselves anywhere, but went to a dinner, and I heard a staff member say to a bunch of people who are not NDA'd, who are not part of this, who shouldn't have known, oh yeah, I saw so-and-so here. Why? I brought this up again. I want this to be known. I brought these things up when they happened, typically. I don't know.
A little lost on this one. Like, I understand what she's saying. Don't get me wrong. I understand what she's saying, but because she has to be so vague about what it is, it does make me go like, what? And then she's talking about like dinners. Like, I'm the guy who's over here like, why are so many of these people going to dinners? Why are they going to these events? They're VTubers. What the fuck's going on here? And my brain's just like fried on it. It's like none of that makes sense to me as a guy who enjoys VTubers. It doesn't make logical sense of the way my brain would work. It's like, why aren't you just focusing in on the VTuber stuff? Why are we going to so many dinners? Most of you guys can't even show your face, and like you can't show the talent's face. So why are you going to all these different dinners and interacting on all these different levels? Like we're not supposed to know what you guys actually look like. That it kind of breaks part of this, and it's all about the anonymity of it all. So why are we doing all this stuff? I get like a private dinner for the talents. You guys, the talents, we get together to do this very private event, very extremely private. We're going to rent out a ski lodge for a weekend. We're going to do this private event. We're going to rent out a very specific room at a very specific steak dinner. We're all going to do this together. That way nothing crazy can get leaked out. And if something does get leaked out, we go over there and that person doesn't get heard from again. That's how my brain would functions there. Like I've heard FaZe Connect talk about like their events, and when they do stuff together, they're usually all together because you don't want the risk of something leaking out. I've heard about how Hololive does a lot of their like their stuff when they get together. They're always together. Like this stuff just doesn't make sense to me. This whole like, we're just going over here to do this dinner. We're going over here to do this party. We're going over here to do this. It's like that, but that's what indies do. You guys aren't indies. You're a corpo. You really need to be keeping a lid on this shit. There's different levels to all this shit. And even if an indie goes around leaking information, they also get screwed. This just doesn't make sense to me.
Who even heard about it? I don't know how far up the chain this was known. I'm pretty sure they knew, though. I brought this up, and I remember when I first joined, one person who was leaking a lot of proprietary information was taken care of, and I was glad about that, but others were not. And I wasn't even, the thing is, some of these people I liked, like on a personal level, I liked. I didn't even want them to like have anything crazy done. I was just like, can you talk to them and make sure this doesn't happen? And nothing changed. I just kept.
No, the moment they start leaking shit, you have to fire them. It doesn't matter if you like them or not. The moment they start leaking shit, you have to fire them. You have to send a message. Leak shit, get fired. Get got. Gang. Whatever. But yeah, like legitimately, if you leak shit, like even if you leak some of my private shit, if you leak my private shit out to the entire world to see, I'm never going to talk to you again. You're gone. I'm not interacting with you. And at a corpo level, especially at a corpo level, I get it. VShojo wasn't a normal corpo, whatever. The moment somebody leaks anything, that person needs to be gone. Send a message. Leak shit, get got.
Kept hearing this stuff all the time. And okay, last line of my reply said, as the CEO, you are the final check, yes, but this means that all checks before you failed to. That's it, right? And again, I wouldn't say that all staff are bad or anything like that. There are plenty of people who could not have done anything about some of this stuff, who wouldn't have known about some of this stuff, right? But there's more than one person complicit, right? I just didn't like that this statement made it look like it was one, right? And the thing is, there will be some situations where I won't be able to point fingers because I at this time do not know exactly who did what thing, exactly who said what thing.
The problem I have with this whole, like, there's other people. Like, yes, there's obviously other people. There's 100% other people. My biggest problem, even with Giga's statement, was like, bro, just because there's other people there doesn't mean that it stops with you. If it doesn't stop with you, you are the CEO. You're the final say. It doesn't matter if you, the final check, failed. If all the other checks failed, you're that final check. You're the one that's supposed to come in there and bitch slap some people. And you didn't do that. That's why I'm throwing more blame down at him. I don't care about like all the other people that failed. I don't care about all the other individuals that came out here and, you know, didn't talk about shit or didn't do this or didn't do that. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, it all stops with you. The buck stops with you. You're the leader. If over on Ballbusters, okay, I know Ballbusters is like a federation. We're all are unique people, but still. Outside of Ballbusters, I don't give a shit. Normally. Depends on the situation. Depends on like very specific things. But if on Ballbusters, out of the blue, Cloud, Static, and Shock, I'm just throwing out random names there, just start yelling N-bombs. Just start shouting them. I would immediately kick them because, one, it's my channel. Two, they'll never be invited back. Three, I would have a long conversation with all of them and it'd say, get the fuck out. And then four, the final one, I would have to put out a tweet because that's my show. That's my channel. That's something that I run. I now have to take responsibility for the actions of somebody else. It doesn't matter if it was their actions. It doesn't matter what they did. My show, I have to take accountability. I have to take accountability for other people doing fucking weird shit. Because I'm the leader of that show. I'm expected to lead. I don't like to lead. I hate leading. But I understand that sometimes I have to come out there, lay my dick down on the table and go like, motherfuckers, we're doing this. Don't fight back. The only person that can fight back is Adam, but that's because Adam is usually already on the up and up, and he's already like, the amount of times I've heard Adam go like, you can't force me to watch this because I wasn't already gonna watch it. It's like, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, Adam. Wait, will you just not undermine me once? And it's like, nah, he can't. He has to do it. He has to undermine me. Try to whip my dick out on the table in front of Adam, and Adam goes like, huh, I already did it. Already bent over for you. Clip that. Anyways, though, that's pretty much it for right now. I do need to wrap this up. I still have shit I need to do. I have some other things I could talk about, but they're mainly just small things. There's something that came out about Vosh. Something real fucked up about Vosh, but I might save that for tomorrow, actually. Because, jeez. Pay me, says Adam. No, you pay me. Pay me, and then we'll have a talk. But, real quick, last final thing. The gun run emote over on Twitch actually was removed. Twitch removed that emote, which it's hard not to laugh at that. It is a little fucked up, but it is hard not to laugh at it. But I got one last thing, okay? I got one last thing. You know, a cute thing to end the night out on. A cute, funny thing. Here's Henya, okay? And the tweet says, Super Kettle. This is Henya noise. This is obviously from Henya's account, Henya's manager. We gotta be happy about this. This is our Super Kettle right here.
I can do this too. Yay!
I'm gonna turn down the volume a little bit because that's loud.
Superman! My people needs me! Whee!
That's just cute. That's just something cute to end the night out on. Something cute. Henya being Henya. Henya being who Henya normally is. That's just cute to end the night out on. We all need something like cute and enjoyable when you see shit like that going on. Sorry, I was reading something real quick. Sorry, chat. I was reading something. Somebody's going schizo nerd mode on me. You know, Azula does get a fucking redemption arc. Anybody that says that otherwise is fucking retarded. Wait, what is this? Wait, what? DSP had a challenge to not make an ass of him. Failed that. Anyways, though, we're gonna start wrapping it up. I need to wrap this up. I still have shit I need to get done tonight before tomorrow, and I have a long time ahead of me. But in the meantime, guys, you all have a wonderful night. You have a wonderful time, and always remember, Adam is my bitch.